you need a strong team. At TPIL Lawyers, we rise above the pack. When it comes to your total and permanent disability and compensation claims, choose TPIL, the Personal Injury Lawyers. TPIL Lawyers, proud partner of AFL Queensland.
Keep an eye on it. There's a first place is up for grabs. I just want to see rubbish conditions. Hey Lisa, is that jersey for the... no. Yeah, we've got it. There've been no late changes.
I changed it at about 12:30 today.
Oh yeah. Just numbers?
You want a cheat sheet? Yeah, the numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, you're cool and I'll do a special comment.
Yeah, we'll see how my voice goes, obviously.
Oh, men's background.
Who's
Brad, Steve Walshett and Brad Moore.
Yeah, more.
We're going to actually start in
Yeah. Do you want that? Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to near Lupton Oval here on the Sunshine Coast. It's the final round action of the TPIL Lawyers QAFL season. It's all to play for today. Fourth spot
And the double chance in the finals is on the line. We've got the Maroochydore Roos facing off against Redland-Victoria. Point on what is a dry day, but it's not a dry field, that's for sure. We've had all the rainfall in the Sunshine Coast averages in a month on Tuesday. So the field is quite wet. My name's Riley Guest, and it's a very good afternoon to a legend in the AFL Queensland circles, Jack Barry. Very good afternoon to you, Jack.
Good afternoon, Riley. Great to be here today. Looking forward to a big game. When you play for, I was fortunate enough to see these two teams go head-to-head down at Redland-Victoria quite early in the season. And it was the Sharks that got over the line, but geez, they were mighty, the Roos. They come home strong at the end and never put it in a blowout. It was an 8-9 loss. They ended up going down by 5 or 11 points or something like that. So very impressive. So to see them on the home turf today, looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think it was 11 points in a high-scoring shootout last time, 117, 106. Matt Hamilton kicked 5, he kicked 109 for the year. The only time I've ever seen him play before was the losing grand final against Ascot. He kicked 6 goals in a 9 or 10 goal loss. So I'll be very excited and interested to watch him play today, especially as I said before, the field's quite wet. Both forward 50s have got a lot of mud right up the middle and making things quite hard. And the other thing probably to note, even though it's very hard to see because of all the rain we've had, is the centre circle. It's actually about 10 metres closer to us on the broadcast side here. And there's also, might be able to see some of the Sharks players warming up a massive pile of mud just there as well. So even though it is a dry day, I think it's going to be very slippery football, and pressure and contested possessions are going to be important.
Yeah, interesting. Both teams have gone pretty tall today. We've got Maroochydore and Jones and the Tim McDonald boys playing, so they're nice and tall. Of course, with Redland-Victoria Point, they've got Hamilton, who you mentioned, the superstar goal digger. We've got Cameron, we've got Maroochydore as well. So nice and big tools in the day. It's good conditions though to take some marks around the ground, nice and soft, and some underneath. So I think you're right with that contested ball game. It's going to be really, really interesting. No Campbell Aston today. He's out for the skipper, who's out for the Sharks at the beginning of the running. And of course, a couple of big outs so far is Cumberland, O'Keefe and McLaughlin. You probably know the two, you know better than I would from up here, but outs for who are you? The strip. Tell us a bit about the strip.
Yeah, so it's 6 and 86, so the Maroochydore Roos back in 1986 won all 6 premierships, and that's what they're celebrating today. And to do so, they've got a special jumper that's a bit more yellow than green. And as such, we've only been given the updated Maroochydore team sheet about 5 minutes ago, thanks to the team and police ability. So different numbers, I think they only go up to 25, so it will be, it might take a bit of a readjustment period for us to figure out who's wearing who, or who's wearing what number. I think the big one from Maroochydore who's come into this side is Max McDonald. Last year he was in the Queensland team that played, the representative team that played Tasmania. Signed a VFL contract with Southport this year, but he's struggled with a lot of injuries and actually spent a bit of time in the tools. I think this is his first game back in a couple of weeks, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes. He normally runs through the ruck, and see him and Will Jones out there. So, as you said, 2 players for both sides, and Maroochydore running about two rucks. Game plan for today.
A little bit because I watched him try and play last time, and Jones was great, but he was up against Craig Malone, who's one of the best strong, big, spotted ruckmen and one of the greats of QAFL footy. So I'm sure he would have learned from that because he's got a pretty good ruck craft, Jones. So looking forward to going ahead. But I suppose the difference is McDonald can probably jump high and nice and high, and hoping to get over the top there. But it'll be an interesting battle.
Umpires in the position thanks to our umpiring partners, opens windows and doors. Got a full day of sport here at the Maroochydore Multi-Sports Complex. We've got the Kinder netball out to the right, soccer on the backfields, and even a bit of Masters football you'll see in the background today at times on the classifiers Oval 3. Maroochydore, the midfield for me today, I think that's where it needs to be. The usual suspects, Ben Thomas and Bailey Harner, along with captain Matthew Corley, who's transferred down from Noosa at the end of last season as captain, stepping in to take the role of Josh Govan, who captained here for a number of years. And I really think those three are going to be successful today. They've got to do a lot of work, and they're going to need a lot of football and a lot of tackles as well.
Yeah, and Corley, as I said, you can see him in the side this year, Merrill on Star in Victoria, but Noosa down to here this year. Ben Thomas having probably his breakout year has been absolutely fantastic this year, doing probably a bit of a contender maybe for the Golden Medal down the track. great today. He really caught my eye last time and all the done I saw him yet. And we know Bailey Hunt, inside good contested player, had his state opportunity last year. Had a couple of bit of a taste of VFL footy with the Brisbane Lions this year as well, so I'm sure he's all the better for those opportunities along the way.
Well, the Sharks also have a couple of Lions listed players, either former Lions players or VFL players. James Madden is one that springs to mind straight away. I've actually done some community camp work with him, and Charlton Offerman's will probably run through the midfield as well today. He's listed there too. He's played a few VFL games over the last couple of years, so they've got plenty of talent, plenty of run. Redland-Victoria point.
Number six, Alex Sexton.
So Maroochydore kicking to the left of screen. Redland-Victoria point running away down to the netball court's right of screen. We are all set. The battle for fourth spot in the TPIL Lawyers QAFL Premiership season as we get underway. Malone doing it all on himself, giving it to the man you just mentioned, Sexton, driving the Sharks inside forward 50 right at the top of the mud. A good tackle there by William O'Dwyer. The number readjustments. We'll have a stoppage straight out 40 metres from goal. Great chance for the Sharks early on. Goal. Caught is he? Yes, holding the ball. That was O'Dwyer. Got the hand pass nicely and didn't go the first option, and then by the time he tried to get the hand pass out again, Jackie was caught.
Yeah, good forward pressure there by Brown. We know he's a renowned goal kicker for the Sharks. He's kicked close to 175 goals in his career, kicked 20 this year, and was a premiership player last year, so he's been a great foil for Hamilton during the years. He's just been able to feed off his goals. He's kicked a bag of 7 before, so certainly a player to watch.
I'll tell you what, having a shot inside the first minute of the game, the ball's going to be nice and dry. It's about as dry as it's going to be all day. So Brown from 50, very close to the man on the mark. In fact, could play on by the umpire, but no worries to him. Perfect start for the visitors. Goal inside the opening 70 seconds, going the way of Joshua Brown, brought about by some superb forward pressure.
Yeah, great start for the Sharks. They've got inside 50. They want to cash in early if they can, kick these goals. We know, as I said, Maroochydore won't stop coming along the game, along the challenge all day long, that's for sure. And
with fourth being the prize for the victory, you think this game would have a finals-like intensity, Jack? We've seen it from the Sharks very early.
Yeah, the double chances are so important this day and age. And really, the top 5 has been so tight this year. I'm sure every club that makes the 8 thinks their best footy will be good enough to challenge along the way, but certainly that top 4 really does help.
Back in the middle. Sexton. This good player's almost leaving it before Ronchi, the hero from last week, with a goal after the siren to seal a 1-point victory for Maroochydore, grabbing that ball there before he's wrapped up.
You know, an exciting player to watch. I saw him kick 2 in the earlier rounds this year against the Sharks. It's in the last quarter to turn the game.
Hand pass away. Sexton on himself, getting around goal a bit too easily. Hand pass to Anderson. And then Horsfield going short inside forward 50. Can't find Hamilton. Sweep on by Dighton. The rebounding kick. Last time is well undersized. Malone coming in and hanging 10 metres and putting the ball out of bounds.
He just got such a big presence, reads the game so well. Probably plays close to 150 state league games over his long career in the Neefel, Redlands, Mount Gravatt. Certainly a player to watch.
So tossed in 60 from Sharks goal. Swooped on by Offerman's on his non-preferred, dribbling inside forward 50. Smythe though charges out to meet it. A good kick to Wilson. His toes can't complete the mark. McDonald a bit of pressure there. Hahn, the hand pass fed out. Ronchi. Nice kick over the top. Well played by Lockie O'Dwyer. He finds Castine. 55 from goal. He wheels looking for Kobe Young. Playing for the free kick, not going to work. Brad McDonald's down there, as is Young. The Tors getting their hands dirty. He doesn't stay down there for long. Tap to Wilson, a couple of fumbles. Throws and goes. Dunks under. Get the free kick. He played that one quite well. Got to be careful not to give a 50-metre penalty away. He's taking his time. Now, there's plenty of space that Maroochydore forwards to lead into, but the signals from the goal line suggest that he should have a shot. Young's on the lead. He's cut off. So Wilson from 55 runs around and lets loose. He lets loose wildly, not scoring. The Redland-Victoria point football in the back pocket. 4 minutes played here. Just the one goal to the visitors. They lead by that goal. They waste no time bringing the ball back into play.
Good work there by Wilson. Just kick the ball across his body then. There's a chance now for the Sharks to reset and go across the face and play on the outer wing.
Not many options in that. That one's touched. Nice pick up at pace. Ronchi looking for Brad McDonald. Might get out over the back. Castine in the perfect spot to Crum. Does a selfless thing to centre it. And then that'll be the opening goal for the Roos. Bursting in, I think it's Hugo Pabst. He's been a lively forward for the Roos all year since transferring in. And just brilliant forward craft from Pabst. He's kicked a lot of goals this year. He's been, you were talking about a foil for Hamilman at times and Joshua Brown, and I feel like Pabst is that for Wilson. So the Roos get the response that they want after 5 minutes. It's 6-6 here at Neil Upton Oval.
Yep. Kicked the 36 goals this year, now it's kicked 37, but that was beautiful timing. They tried to send the ball into Wilson, he was able to chop it out and then running on an open goal, so the Roos answer straight back.
It was good selfless play by Castine, but also the impressive part out on the forward flank there was Ronchi's pick up at pace.
Yeah, the left foot, I like it. He's a good ball mover, isn't he? He looks good.
Yeah, a Caloundra Junior. Played all his juniors there and actually debuted in senior football. Did one football when he was 16, I think. Brisbane Lions Academy product. He's starting to make his mark at QAFL level as Redland-Victoria Point win another centre clearance. Smythe there dropped what he should have taken. Hand pass fed out. Miller. He's got Ronchi for company. Miller going at it again. Tackle Hunter Morphlings. Ball out, Malone's around. Rutland getting his hands dirty. That hand pass asked a lot of Fleming. Have to go back and get it. Ball spills out in the tackle. It's a hot footy early stages here. Nice hand pass. Nice turn by Dylan Smith. Looking for Hamilman. Doesn't even get a finger, but he's going to get a free kick too. It's just held there by Smythe. It's not Hamilman, sorry. Oh no, it will be. It's Smith who kicked the ball inside 50, then goes and gives it back to Hamilman. This is going to be quite a tough shot on goal. I think there's one person in the QAFL that can kick it, Jack. Yeah, it would be this man, Matt Hamilman.
Yeah, no, certainly, as we know, he's kicked the 500 goals, state league goals in the QAFL. Kicks nearly over 7, closing on 800 if you can, his need for goals. But certainly already a Centurion this year. A great player to watch.
So 45 out, Hamilman is up against the boundary. Right side for the right footer. It's a steady ball drop. It's fading away across the goal, just to behind. So they re-establish their lead this time only by a point. Ball finds a way to Hunter Moore from the kick in. No real option, so long down the line. It's a powerful fend off by Pell, gave a forward hand pass. As they fumble it and out it goes over the boundary line. So we've seen the Sharks have a good centre clearance and clearance dominance so far, Jack. No real way that either side's trying to play or altering them from their game plan and the conditions.
Yeah, no, we're trying to get their hands on the ball, win the inside ball, get it on the outside, and try and get some clean ball inside forward 50. Some nice entries is what they're looking for, but early in the game, players are getting numbers back, creating that contest. And when we're strictly, Richard will be wanting the strictly quality of delivery inside forward 52, Hamilton and Cameron.
Their forwards are almost all inside their forward 50 as well. It's a very compressed forward line. The ball's only 70 from goal. Rode by Thomas. He's going to get caught, but he got his kick away in the nick of time. He didn't get too far. Chapman cuts it off. Send it long and high inside forward 50. Smith's left Hamilton, but it doesn't matter because his teammate's taken an excellent intercept mark. Zach Shelton. That was an important one-on-one to win. He's just going to send it to where he got it from, and it's going to be a turnover. It's a bit wasteful bringing the ball out of their defensive 50. A different tack this time from the Sharks, lowering their eyes. Sexton wheels his right foot from 50. It's low. Not Hamilman. That was Cameron. The Roos Much better rebounding kick. Gore on his left, preferred side. Young and Wilson. Wilson almost pulled himself out of it before pulling himself back in. It's going to look corridor here. It's a risky kick. It doesn't come off. Pell takes on a tackler. Got the hand pass to Bromwich. And Madden. Pope. Snap kick. Callahan got a bad bounce, but it sat nicely for Pell. And Hamilton looking for him. Didn't get there. The boundary side rolls out. They've had nearly all the inside cookies so far today, Jack. And just kicked the one goal so far.
Yep, no, that was a chance to. He tried to get on, just to get on the outside of his foot to give you some space for Hamilton, but just overkicked it and rolled out of bounds. But another stoppage inside 450. Coach Brad Moore will be happy with this.
It's on the right for the Sharks. He's behind. And Delaney, I'll tell you what, well clubbed by Horsfield. Shot on goal. Is it coming around enough? No. It was an excellent shot. Hit out by Tyler Horsfield.
A dangerous player, again another player who was good in the earlier rounds when they played each other. He kicked 3 goals that particular day and set up a few as well.
More goes short from him. Wasn't required 15, so now they've got to get a move about the Roos. They do. Even numbers. Young took it on the halfway, bounced out of his hands. Chapman. Just going back to that stoppage from before, Horsfield. The Sharks had a lot of space at the front of the stoppage. But you've got to be really careful allowing that inside the forward 50. So I think it's Gore's coming from the field with the blood rule. This time comes on. And the busy opening turn, the captain. It's Malone and Max McDonald. Malone takes front position, got a hand to it. Simpson, Moore. Good pick up, good 2-man tackle.
Yeah, probably good below your feet today, Riley. You just get that first use of the ball if you can. McDonald good luck craft. And now they might be away here, the Roos. Ronchi, probably not a day to have a bounce. He's run a long way. He's run too fast, says the umpire. There's really good pressure by Scott Miller. Yeah, the veteran Miller, that's what does all those things really well. The 1%ers, all adds up to really a good flyer. Like he just wants an extra step just to settle on his left. Unfortunately.
Another nice kick to Madden, who hands it off to Pope. Looking for Hamilton, gets through his fingers. Smith, the check side from the pocket. He's well across the face. Here comes the pressure from the Sharks. Nice pick up by Saunders. Moore over his head. Jones worried out of it by O'Sullivan, the captain for the Sharks. Turns it over inside his forward 50, finding Cameron Simpson, who I believe is playing his 100th game today as well. So congratulations to him. It was up on the whiteboard in the Roos room that I saw during the week, Jack, so I'm going to take that as gospel. I know you've got your stats and numbers there. It's the Packs form. Going back with the flight of the ball. Great mark, Brad Castine. And now he can go short and quick. He got his kick away. Fumbling at his patch. He's got support there. Not a good hand pass to Ronchi. Castine coming in again, and he's done really well there, Brad Castine. Getting a free kick for high contact. Hand pass to the running Saunders. Hahn inside forward 50. Young's the intended target. He's appealing for the free kick, not getting one. Brad Castine first running back with the flight of the ball to take a mark when he didn't know what was in front of him, and then to attack the ball hard at ground level with a free kick.
Yeah, fantastic. They had the overlap run. They just want to get the ball in there nice and quick. Give Young an opportunity, some space to take a mark. Good work there, but the pressure was come from the Sharks.
I think what we've seen today from the conditions and the intensity of the game, we don't want to over-possess the football. It's got to be one hand pass, maybe two, and then get it moving. Castine again. Saunders snapping across the face.
An influential Castine early, especially in and around the traffic.
So Pope with the kicking duties. 13.5 gone here at Neil Upton Oval. The Sharks leading the battle for fourth by a point, 8-7. Smith outbodied his opponent well, couldn't take it though. He had to run around and he found Offerman, who struggled the mark. He's got Madden in short. And they continue to run in waves. He takes him on. Just got a hand pass away. Good pressure from the Roos. Hand pass back, great vision. Callahan. Smith, I don't think, got back up from that tackle. A not great kick from Callahan. That might work out. Offerman's with that basketball background. Hand pass back to Madden. The second time they linked up in 30 seconds. Madden's looking for Hamilman on the lead, and he takes it in his hands. A strong mark.
It was a great tackle by Thomas, as you said. Smith's slow to get up, and his trainers are out to him, but then good ball moving by Offermans, and then they're able to put the ball inside forward 50. He doesn't need much space out in front, and Hamilman will take a mark and try and kick around the corner.
He's had a couple kick turns. That's the first time Hamilman's defeated Smith, I would say, in a one-on-one. Now, he had a shot from here, maybe about 10 metres further out a couple of minutes ago. The drop punt went to the right. This time he tries the snap. It's the belly of the ball. It's two-handed spoil by Delaney. Dighton keeps the ball in play. And this is the hand pass. He invites the pressure. Knocked his feet with Saunders. Has he dragged it in? The Redland-Victoria point bench thinks so, but the umpire doesn't. That's what matters. So they'll have a ball up just inside their 50.
The Blues are playing with a bit of dare. That's good to see. Try things.
Yeah, I think when they move the ball slowly out of their forward 50, they turn it over. 70, 80 out from goal, but they've gone a bit quicker at times. They've kind of broken through the Sharks' defence. I think, as we spoke about, like, definitely wet and muddy spots on the ground, and it really stymies full fast ball movement. Even just that ball security at times. Gone more than 10 minutes now without a goal. Sharks leading by a point. Jones the hit out. Offermans was held as he tried to take it one-handed, and the umpire was in a good spot to see it. Hamilman goes first and then drifted out the back. Offerman's waited the kick well. Great spoil by Smith. Keeps it in play though. Isu, Hamilman sends it to the goal square. Out positioned was Delaney, and a good mark. Took Murtagh. 10 metres out from goal, slide angle.
He's grabbed by the former Suns player. Again, nice check side kick from Hamilton just to send the ball off forward. And it's good strength. I think we've got some tools down there today, so a strong marking team. No O'Keefe this week.
It was really good forward pass by Murtagh when he realised where the ball was going to sit. The landing identified earlier and held out Delaney. So 10 metre, 15 metres out, slide angle, no problems for the left footer. Margins out now to 7 points, 2-2-14. Blues trailing 1-1-7. Best part of 17 minutes gone here at Neil Upton Oval.
Yeah, you're right, Riley. They're RVP probably owning the stats for inside 50s, there's no question about it. They've defended really well. They've kept it simple. 10 minutes, maybe 6 minutes of the first term, and being able to stem the flow. It's important they can try and get one back now. Centre clearance.
Yes, yeah, they are. I don't think they've won one today yet, the Roos. It's making things very hard for them, even though, as you said, they are defending quite well. It's had a couple of victories on Hamilton already. So Max McDonald against the goal kicker Murtagh, and there's another centre clearance coming away of the Sharks, but not for long. The half volley kick came from O'Dwyer, a real variety, and the ball's in their half of the ground. And we'll have this next stoppage. And she's on Sexton, tries to get a move on. Max McDonald to hit out to a teammate. Hahn, who hasn't really been in the middle a lot today, he's burrowing through. Took the footy at pace, and then he was wrapped up straight away. Max McDonald again. And then a stoppage. We did have some school football here on Tuesday, Jack. The pouring rain, as I said, where we had all of the Sunshine Coast rainfall in a month on that very day. And I'll tell you what, there was stoppage after stoppage after stoppage. The Roos have gone inside forward 50. Good pressure by Simpson. Now, has McDonald taken advantage? It was Cameron Simpson winning the free kick for the throw. Brad McDonald took the snap and missed. And RVP players are saying that should be the score to count. The umpire disagrees with them, and Simpson's going to have a shot from 20 metres out on a slight angle.
This is the goal we were talking about, Riley. They get one straight back.
Well, it's even just the method. They actually, even though they might have lost the centre clearance, they rebounded it straight away, and then they just applied constant pressure. And Max McDonald in the ruck was very, very good hit outs there.
Hopefully his leap and athleticism over top of Murtagh. while Malone's off the ground.
So Simpson from 20 metres out, and he makes no mistake. And the immediate response for the Roos. Back to a 1-point ball game. Any time on in the opening term.
Simpson, the Lancaster boy from Adelaide Club, and this is first for the day.
You can see Malone's on the bench. Just signaling that I think he's going to really start to come off after the hit out, after the clearance. Max McDonald walking back to the middle to compete as well. I really think so far, Jack, for the Maroochydore, some of the lesser lights running through the midfield, like Simpson, like Castine, it's almost more of those half-forward flankers that are having more of an impact than, I'd say, some of the midfielders we spoke about before the game.
I think they're going to try and bring the ball back through the corridor, aren't they? So
yes.
It'll be interesting to see how that battle goes today.
So McDonald the ball. Piper's going to pull it up. He got out at the last moment. Castine again, Max McDonald, Gore. One more hand pass. Could be away. Pokes a kick kind of in between Gore and Wilson. So hard attack on the football is required, and that's what players from both sides are willing to provide.
He's prepared to drive their legs through the contest, trying to get that ball forward. That was good work.
If Harner just looked inside a little bit more, I think he had a free player there. But it's Harner the right footer to bring the ball back in this one. You see a good tackle by Gore. Ball spills out, play on. Both players got hands on it. When you're on the right side, trying to bring it back in, it's almost like a Nick Dacos. There's not very many players at AFL level that can hit that.
That's right.
The line just giving you away from the bench, Jack. He's still waiting to come back on. And Moore's going to try and get in and take the mark. He can't.
Another state defender had some opportunity this year again with the VFL. Now to play his final series here will be another good player to watch. This last year, they didn't set marks.
He's been very impressive. I'd go so far to say he's probably the most important player down back. He intercepts, he helps rebounds, and he's a very good defender too, which is what we forget defenders are supposed to do. It's all about rebound. And the tackle, and the line's going to come on, and there's just Tempest starting to flare a bit. All in Sexton. I might have heard that punch at Bailey Hahn's arm from here. Malone worked off McDonald quite easily and sent it 5 metres forward. Taken by QC.
This is one of both teams will get those players up. Good start.
Sexton, over at it. McDonald, he's got to keep it in play here. Pumped off it, goes back. Joe Brown hoping to almost score a try for his side and get that ball out of play. Taxing a couple of minutes here. It's not been open, free-flowing football. We've had a lot of stoppages, a lot of packs. But goals have come together very quickly.
Yeah, well, both teams really putting pressure on the ball carrier, so we've seen where it's been such a contested game.
There's a chance here. Oh, that was a really interesting, almost flick pass. It was executed within the rules. Smith. And then Horsfield almost threw it over the line like he's a soccer player trying to bring the ball back into play. It will be slippery, those footies there today. See some mud on the those white jerseys of the Sharks players are going to get very muddy, you would think, throughout today. I've said a couple of times already, the winner today will finish in 4th spot. Both Morningside and Palm Beach Cumberland could finish first today as well. We'll bring those scores to you throughout the breaks. We've also got the semi-final Bond University QAFL W game today and the qualifying final as well. Plenty of footy happening around Queensland today. Inside forward 50 go the Sharks. Issue almost had it in the hands. Great second and third effort. Hand pass to Smith. Great pick up by the big man at his toes. Gives it to Cameron. Hamilman's drifted out the back. It's tapped through. Smythe, another important one-on-one win.
Yeah, good forward work there by Gizem, get to the front spot, keep that ball alive.
More nice kick in. He's continued to work up, asking for this football back. This is where the Roos kind of get themselves in trouble, Jack. They normally go down the line there and probably turn it over. And Smythe is going to run through the mud and send it long. Castine against O'Sullivan. Oh, great mark, Castine. He's having a great first quarter. They go long down the line. Max McDonald gave up front position but worked his way nicely. Good pick up. He could have almost run with it. Didn't realise there was no pressure coming to him. a nice link up by hands, and then the kick to O'Sullivan. Nice, the captain for the Sharks. But just take a moment to compose his team. Get the most forward of the football. This just sets it up, a chip kick, and more we talk about his intercept marking and his head taken off.
Great mark by Moore. He's organised his troops around him to the nice strong contested mark. Of course, we're just trying to hold the ball up.
Moore's forced to kick long down the line. Lone. There he is. All by himself when he went into that marking contest. Jones just lost touch on him.
You've got to make that a contest.
Sullivan. Right on the centre wing. Stabs it in nicely to Miller. 15-metre pass. This time in ball of Bromwich. And they're going to switch them all out to the far side of the ground. Very quickly. Hunkin. Up to half forward. Oh, good mark and pace. Callahan. Looking for Hamilman. He's had a couple of shots on this pocket. Sits nicely for him. Not going to score this time. That ball goes almost higher than the light tower. Almost a rebounding kick. Anderson taken down in the marking contest. He was the only one that went up for it.
See RVB trying to shift the defence of the Roos to try and find that forward entry.
It was a really nice play. A couple of short kicks pretty quickly too. They've got to be in front here as a forward. Nice pick up and then the dribble kick by Brown. Gets a second. Brilliant forward craft. Just got a couple of metres spare on his opponent. Good pick up. And the finish. I don't know if Jason Dunstall would have liked it, but it was straight. It was hard.
And goes on the scoreboard for number 3 for the day. Again, just a fumble under pressure, unfortunately, opened up an opportunity, and good small forwards hurt you when they can get those opportunities and present in front of them. They've done that.
Lead by 8 points from 3:21 to 2:1:13. And interesting, just watching the play set up. I think Sexton's going to come in off the wing of this stoppage, but as we spoke about, because that circle's so close, you really are a fourth midfielder who can impact the contest. And that dominance from centre clearances all day. Played the line's been one of those reasons why he's winning the hit out. It should be the Roos with the clearance. And he was hit front on high as he kicked Ben Thomas. So Gorge is setting his own mark. And then he runs around nicely. Problem is he's on his left foot. Now Wilson got free. And he's going to go at this footy. But well done coming across was Pope to impact that one. All alive for the Roos. Castine. And Bromwich, and then the boundary line. I don't know how young Wilson managed to get into that free space. The only problem was he was 50 metres away, so that kick had to hang in the air. Yeah,
it was great work. It was fantastic play by the Roos. They got that ball inside forward 50 nice and fast, but unfortunately couldn't clank the mark.
And Ben Thomas haven't called his name too much so far today. Malone, Anderson, the clearance. To Murtagh, he's got Delaney for company. Delaney with the football. Playing much better football this year. And Cooper, a few games in the seniors, but him and his teammates had an awful mistake. Smythe does really well to get the fist across. Keep the ball in play. Got to be careful he doesn't turn it over. He's just got no one to go to except the goals. That's a long kick from 70 metres out. And it's going to bounce through for a terrific goal, Raphael Gusu. He had no one but the goals.
Oh, he lights it up. Just outside 50, had no one, as you called, no one to kick to inside forward 50. So he launched long, went to the goal square, and the ball did the rest. Gets his first for the day, and the Sharks get their 4th.
And it's just come about by the Roos turning the ball over just forward of their wing. And Smythe actually did an excellent job again to spoil Hamilman, who, even though they've only played 28 minutes, hasn't kicked a goal yet, which I guess probably hasn't happened too often. Not too many times this season, but he was probably better off letting the ball go out of bounds. Instead, he tried to keep it in play, and they've been very good at applying forward pressure today, the Sharks players, forcing turnovers. And
yeah, making the most of their opportunities. 2 opportunities to goals.
Jones. Oh, Smith running away for the hand pass off Offerman. Long inside forward 50. Going back with the flight of the ball. It's Matthew Hamilton.
Just used his body just to nudge the dangerous Moore under the ball, then push back to take the mark. He did it really well, a couple of bites of it. a chance for the Sharks to kick their fifth.
Just starting to kick away a little bit if they do. 2 goals in the last 3 minutes. So Hamilton. You've seen a teammate already belly one of these snaps. How's he going to go? From 25 out, the goal umpire's going back. That ball goes higher than the post, but most importantly, it goes straight through the goals. And they're surging away here are the Sharks. It leads out now to 20 points, 33, 2-1, 13.
And it looks like they're on top of the centre clearances, aren't they? They're just getting that ball out of there. 2 late goals. Two goals have come from just opportunities, as we spoke about. That was just a class clearance, and then there's a really good mark inside 50.
And they're moving the ball inside forward 50 very quickly more often than not, which means we're going to have time to get help back. But the other thing is too, like, one of the Maroochydore defenders are probably winning that initial contest, but it's the follow-up work, the second, third, the fourth efforts by the Sharks forwards, and providing them creating opportunities. They read the ball so well in the air as well. Hamilton just, as you said, have to back off more, protecting his space. Roos need to lift, and this will help Ronchi. Left foot, launches it. Wilson coming out from the square. Donald dropped off his opponent and came in. Castine swooped on it. Couldn't get past, get through the defenders. Diving for that one is Gore. Almost took out Chaplin's feet. And it's free kick for high contact. There's some Roos supporters there who are quite happy.
You can see why everyone loves to play with him. His ferocious attack on the football. Pushes his head down, the people don't want to go. He's picked up a broad free kick there now. So this is what you look for, players who can bounce back strong when the game's going against you.
So Gore is going to have a go, is he? Sends it forward to the goal line, but Sharks, safety first, punch it through. 1 minute's gone now. Nil up to Noble, margin down to 19 points. And Sullivan, Huntington. I wonder whether they can get any advice from the patrons just stay in the fence line. Free kick for block here. Stand away the Sharks.
We're just trying to take him out now. That mark. Pick that up.
Jesse, hang on hand. Oh, he's the tallest to Clay Cameron, and now they can run. Hamilton. Pell from 45. Pell sends it towards the goal. It's going too much to the left, but it doesn't matter because Murtagh again knew exactly where the ball was going to drop. He takes the mark at the top of the goal square, and he can go back to his second for the afternoon.
Yeah, good quick ball movement once again, as you said, as a shine goes. Just moves his player to the side, giving his strong mark, his second in quarter.
So Patrick Murtagh from point blank range. It's his second, and a lot of teammates get to him. And that's capped off a great last 10 minutes. I should say really probably 7 minutes for the Redland-Victoria Point Sharks. 4 goals in a hurry, and all of a sudden they lead by 25 points, 6-3, 39, 2-2, 14. Although I was looking at the score of their previous matchup earlier in the year, Jack, this is very similar. The score of that game at quarter time was the Sharks leading 31-9. So not too unfamiliar for the Roos. They will be going to the scoring end, as is typical down here in the second quarter, but they've got a lot of work to do in the midfield.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Wildwood will have a chat. We'll make a few adjustments at the breaks, and the midfield coaches will get together, and I'm sure they'll bounce back strong.
So we're going to take a break here at Neil Upton Oval, but please do join us in a couple of minutes for all the second quarter action.
You need a strong team. At TPIL Lawyers, we rise above the pack. When it comes to your total and permanent disability and compensation claims, choose TPIL, the Personal Injury Lawyers. TPIL Lawyers, proud partner of AFL Queensland.
AFL Nines, it's footy for best mates looking to be teammates. Cardio fiends after a bit of competition.
Legends of the game, looking at making a comeback.
There's footy for when your week's pretty cooked. Or for fitting it in between classes.
It's footy!
It's footy.
It's footy.
It's footy for me. Okay, let's give them 60 minutes of skills, fitness and fun. And let's not forget about connection. We're talking safe, inclusive and modified rules, perfect for newcomers. Okay, super kick on 3.
1, 2, 3, super kick!
Super fun, super safe, super inclusive. Super kick. Tailor-made for 7 to 12-year-olds.
Football club is very, very important in this community. Without it, there's not much else to do in such a small town.
I do believe that there's so much more to sport than just winning.
If my story says anything, it's that you don't need the experience. Having the passion and having the want to see the young girls excel.
It's also, to me, a chance to give back to the community.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
It's not just an Australian sport. There's a lot of countries that come over and create a home here that can also join in and play the sport to the fullest potential.
All the advice that you get given, it's really inspiring.
Being part of a football team is more than just a game. It's like a family.
To find your more.
Welcome back to Newmarket Oval. TPIL Lawyers coming to you today. Impressive little finish to the to that quarter from the Sharks. Season with a 25-point lead. The goal kickers so far, the home side, one each for Cameron Simpson and Hugo Paps. For the visitors, Twitter Josh Brown, Twitter Patrick Miltag, and one each to Theo Giesel and Matthew Hamilton. Very quickly around the grounds. All Beach leading Palm Beach London 15-14, although in that Palm Beach have kicked 1 goal late, and Morningside trailing Surfers Paradise by 8 points. So the winner today of this game will finish 4th, with their opponent to be determined of those 2 games, and then Pond University Coffer W qualifying final. Southport leading by 9 points. And a chance here for the Sharks to extend their lead. Patrick Murtagh going very influential down forward, Jack.
Another clearance, another good kick away clearance there by Miller, the champion veteran. He gets it down there, and he's just so strong in the air today. Miller is back into the senior side, and he's going to be a real handful today.
Let's get 2, including one after the siren. This one will be the one that will last the most, at least in terms of distance, but the angle is pretty good. A long way away from man of the mark, but it made no difference whatsoever. It's his third, and he's got 2 in effectively less than a minute of game time. And all of a sudden, that margin's now been worrying the Maroochydore coaching staff. It's 7-3-45 to 2-14.
Well, just again, just important that they can just try to hold off those centre clearances. Just hold your area. You're not allowed to try and get them through, but just a soccer off the ground. That opened the ball up a chance for Miller, who ran hard forward, picked the ball up, and then kicked the advantage.
And that's just where they're losing at the moment. The Roos, Redland-Victoria point actually smothering it in the clearances. First use of the footy. And then setting up well, making it hard to come back out. Right, there's a lot more even alone. Great pick up, hand pass, Miller. And turnover, Hahn, a couple of steps very quickly. Wilson a little further up the ground, going to try and take his opponent on. Paps caught from behind, but a good mark. Good.
Yeah, fantastic mark, great retry, it was a good call. He's got it outmarked.
They don't have flags set up here at the regional multi-sports complex, and I sometimes think we should, but I feel like the wind might not be favouring that end of the ground and sort of surprising with such a high kick. And perhaps was able to just nudge his opponent under the body, under the fly of the ball. He's looking to add his second here, and we can see that viciously moving to the left, probably showing you how the wind's going. Probably not his best strike ever too, perhaps. So he's got 1-1. Slade now, even 5 goals behind. They go long from the kick in to a 1-on-1. Stays in the field of play, and all of a sudden 2 kicks, and they're in the forward half of the ground. Murtagh is running hot. Got options in board. He's got options long. Hamilton against Smythe. Drop the mark though. A bit chance. Off the ground. Well wide, no score. Got to be concerning from how quickly the Sharks move that ball from basically their goal square.
Well, they had Madden through the middle of the ground if they wanted him as well. They decided to keep going around the outer ring, but he could have been a nice kick inside the middle there, and they would have been in all sorts.
I'll tell you what, they are in all sorts at the moment. They've dropped an uncontested mark at the top of the goal square. Pounced on defensively by Brown. He's going to earn them a stoppage. Hamilton doing the rucking. Gisu going to keep the ball in play. So I'm just looking at the Sharks bench here. Miles, he looks a bit like Captain Cook. Yeah, he's got. I saw it. He wasn't great at the end of the first quarter talking to the trainer. Now he's got almost black tape or a headband over his left eye. Sorry. He's doing a bit of touch work to make sure that he's right to go back on. But in the meantime, the Roos have moved the ball very quickly through the middle of the ground. Not a great kick by Ronchi. Turned it over, and now a chance for the Sharks in the counter attack. Anderson to Chapman, 1-2. One more holds him up well, almost went off his mark there. We've got the Hamilton. The Roos have funded some numbers back. He's got 3 Horsfield. 1. 4. Thrown to the ground and the tackle by Sexton. Paps does well on the 1-on-2, but he didn't free kick for contact. You can probably hear the appeals of both sides there as to why that should or shouldn't be a free kick. Just the last 2 repoints they've had the Roos, just a little bit more pace in the ball kick.
Yep. Getting behind the footy down there. He's kept a couple of them going forward.
Hello! Ready to come on the field with Ben Thomas. He's such a star for them. Quite a day so far. Perhaps kick was almost went to ground without anyone touching it. ball, bit of space. Young presenting. Oh, great mark. Guessing. Always had prime position. Now he's going to look to switch it out to Cameron. Just forward to sit under it. Delaney got a good leap at it. Second effort at ground level was good. Hard attack there. Dighton. Hand pass forward. Hahn trying to burst onto it, but experience of Chapman to Gisu by hand. Rushed kick, turnover. Simpson. Got options wide. Got options corridor. There's the ladder. Dighton. With a switch. Got better of it. Kick held up nicely. Saunders. Jones and Young. Remark Young. Oh, the Sharks can rebound courtesy of a long high kick by Pell. The wall of Maroochydore players. Torpedo was a bit warped, but it was straight, good spoil. Have numbers here, Pell. Try and recreate his rebounding kick. It goes a lot longer this time, out towards the boundary line, stays in the field of play. Well hit, Murtagh. Misses the hand pass though to Horsfield. The Roos have numbers. Gore. Kick just goes for 15. The Sharks have got numbers flooded back inside their defensive 50, sitting in the hole. Having an effect on the contest. Paps, great pick up, ran away. Castine wanted to go on his right, then his left with his hand pass. Missed it. O'Sullivan got one-on-ones ahead. So he kicks to Grass. Grass decent run under it. Fleming, good give. Dighton the left foot up. His kick's touched as he tried to come back in ball with the sharp kick. Followed up nicely. Got around a couple. Castine's going to have to go up the outside of the boot. How's it going to sit for Paps? Runs around 1-2. Left foot snap on goal. Hugo Paps. He's got two, the number 22, and all of a sudden the Roos are 3-4, 22, margin back to 24 points. Not the cleanest passage of play, Jack, but they just kept knocking on the door of the Roos and eventually found an opportunity through Paps.
Yeah, you're spot on, Ronnie. They've been really dogmatic over the last 3 minutes, really just trying to get that ball forward. It hasn't been quite as polished as they would like, but they haven't given up. Great work there by Hunter Dighton, the left footer, just again backing up his play, following up, centering the ball. He's got a bit of pace about him. I like the way he's been moving today, so well done. That might be the lifter they needed. They're back on top in and around the contest so they can keep this going.
That's not 3-4-22. I thought it would have been a nice line-up with Paps in the number 22 and having 3-3-21. The Sharks 7-4-46, 8 played, second term. And say that I've seen Callahan just come onto the field and go to the forward line. But strapping around. And that was really nice from Thomas. Clean hands to McDonald. Gore. Wilson, one-on-one, front position. Wants to go one-handed to take the mark. Castine had a good day. Wilson, nice little other spin. Kick. Young's bursting onto this at speed. Hard kick there, though, from 45. Jones is caught out of position. Has it bounced? Wilson's back in this. His second effort here. Keeps the ball in play. Out on the boundary line. Good tackle. Ball spills out. Still in the field of play, and now it's not. Out over the boundary line.
Jones had his jump and tug, but I thought it might have been a chance for a free kick. But again, this is the forward pressure that they want to see. They want to get the ball inside there. Over game in this half.
Oh, really nice and clearance by really fast, clean hands. Not a lot of that for the Roos today. And the Sharks from the midfield and the clearances. Not winning this one though. A chance for Gall on his preferred side, the captain. And high and long, the Roos are caught from behind. Paps at ground level. Young swooping on at the big man. Jessen, blind hand pass, turnover. Flicked out, snap around, goal is across the face. Might have been raunchy.
Yeah, Paul Pat's having a really good purple patch, really in the contest up there. Gall's been outstanding.
Simpson going back the front of the ball, good well to bring it to ground level, and there's another free kick for Port disposal, so the momentum is definitely shifted, and that's 50.
This is the thing they're looking for on that road. Just a couple of opportunities to go their way. They're just putting that much pressure on them. Just a simple error there, and now a chance now to really bring this margin back.
Well, that was Simpson firstly going back to fly to the ball, to bring the ball to ground level, and then follow up to lay the tackle, and then Horsfield was the one his teammate was on the mark, so he wanted to run off before throwing the ball back, and the umpire was right onto that. So Fletcher Gay Brown's going to have a shot from, again, point-blank range. Number 18 makes no mistake. And all of a sudden the margin is 18 points. 74-46 the Sharks. The Roos 44-28. 2.5 gone. Second term here at Neil Upton Oval. Off the fourth spot. After they kicked 5 goals, after the Sharks kicked 5 goals in a row, the Roos have kicked the last 2. And the momentum of this match, Jack, has definitely shifted back the way of the home side.
Now, feel it's off the back of Matt Hall, who has been outstanding in the last, certainly this term, he's really lifted the game. This is a ferocious attack on the ball with just work ethic, bringing other players into the game, getting that ball moving forward, working hard across the ground.
Brad McDonald, right the hit out. Thomas lost his feet. Smith keeping it in front. Eventually they just forced the ball forward by real power. Sexton, great hands. Running shot on goal. Might be more of a pass. There's Callahan. The eye bandage. He's picked it up and he snapped. He's kicked a spectacular goal, Miles Callahan. The one-eyed pirate. And his first passage of play after coming on is a spectacular goal in the pocket. And he had a brief moment, ball in hand, to size up his options. And that was a superb finish, Jack.
Yeah, great call, Riley. It was a fantastic finish. As you said, you saw the tape. It looks like the ball crossed one eye, but he only needed the other eye just to be able to stop that goal through. It was a beautiful goal. He kept his feet. Kicked 15 this year, the Colt star, and another one today.
I think he's got a pocket of supporters down there as well. I can see a few red shirts. They're engaging him in a positive manner after that goal. Well, just calm the Sharks bench a little bit. The margin's back to 24. Plenty of goals in this second term. McDonald, and hit out. The Sharks, at least the initial clearance. Running back well there was Rocky O'Dwyer. Thomas stayed on his feet. Did Hunkin, sends his side inside forward 50. Shelton does well to come out and attack the footy. Give it to Gore. Left foot kick. Kobe Young being quiet today. Big bag against Aspley a couple of weeks ago. He stayed down after that contest. It's a bit ploppy. Meanwhile, the Sharks moving the ball around by hands. Chapman got rid of it just before he was caught. Shelton in front. Just throws it on the boot. It's it poorly and it goes out of bounds on the full.
Big Maloney to take the ball back in, Craig Malone.
Influence just been quelled a little bit this quarter.
It has, yep. No, they've got back on top there.
It's a nice kick though. Big influence there. Cameron coming out to make the football.
At least halving the contest anyway.
He's looking for Hamilman, but he's got a teammate who's going back with the flight of the ball. Gives it off to Hamilman now from the pocket, assesses his options. Sends it across the face and Callahan. He's our man at the moment, the Pirate. Takes the mark.
Great work there by Hamilman, getting Blaze away. Just set it up for one of his forwards to mark, and Callahan didn't let him down. This will be interesting.
Well, he kicked one from a very similar spot a couple of moments ago. The set shot runs around. It's always near side there. Just behind for him.
Gore coming off for a break. Wanchi coming back on.
So Moore with the kick in duties. Goes long. Both McDonalds are here. And Murtagh flying from the side. Looks. In the corridor, he had someone free, so he goes for Hamilman 2-on-1. Oh, actually got through to him, but it's not been his day so far.
No, well, they're getting numbers back there to good support to help the defender, which has been good. So it's been a bit of a team defence work ethic there. And again, we just saw then with Cooper Delaney just getting in front of him.
I feel at times it leaves him a bit more exposed on some of the other forwards. Probably seen Murtagh, the one in particular, has 3 so far. That's brilliant. Rutcraft down to Sexton. And just to the right. Shot on goal.
Sexton started like a house on fire.
Oh, nearly a turnover. It is a turnover. Kisu at ground level. He's going to win a free kick for kicking into danger. They made a couple of unforced errors in their back line in this quarter of the Roos, and that was another one. Chicken, I believe, from Moore. Just to a contested situation, and it's just unnecessary, Jack.
Well, you've got to run out the ball. You can't wait for the ball to get to you. Otherwise, you can get blocked off, as we see. And, I mean, Coach Walsh, it looks like he's getting to play with it there.
Raphael Gisu. That one today was a brilliant long goal now from directly in front, 35 metres out. Kicks it, and he celebrates with a couple of nice gestures to his fans there in the crowd. Margins back out to 31 points. All their good work. About 5 or 10 minutes ago from the Roos. So it's back where they started. And by a lot, 32 points in fact, game high. 9-6, 64 for 28.
I think the pleasing thing for Coach Brad Moore from RVP is Cameron, who's been held goalless, but has sort of set up a couple of goals himself. But Murtaugh with 3, and then the small forwards in Brown and Gizu also with 2 weeks. So you'll be happy with it, as long as they're getting goals, that's the main thing.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how, it's more about how many, especially as you approach final footballs. All the Sharks players would be know that won the premiership last year. Going to go back to back. And we spoke about how the Roos got back into the game, the way the Sharks probably turned it around. It's all starting in the middle. It's been very hard to rebound the ball, transition the ball from defence to attack in this game today. So clearances, particularly centre clearances, just become so important. Offerman shoved off hard, and then got a hand pass away before Ronchi got rid of him, and then Castine took one on, and then he was caught. That's holding the ball. And there's that pressure. So Madden. Off the side of the boot. Hunting. A few touches today has the half back up. And there's left boot. No time. Finishes Max McDonald. He can definitely lead up in the footy and take them up. Hamilton's towards the boundary, but he outbodies Smythe, and then he plays on from 45. His kick hits the post. It's just a moment of anticipation. We were all waiting to see if it would just come back in the wind a bit, but hit the woodwork.
Again, another strong mark, and Murtaugh has been superior in the air today.
Got 2 behinds today, Matt Hamilton. 2-on-1 the Roos. Here comes the support from Offermans, though, to level up the contest before they all fought a draw.
Well, Hamilton, he averages 5 goals against the Roos. But again, look to open an account today. They're still being serviceable.
Up the wing, Jones in front, helps the chest mark at pace. Nice pick up by Chapman. And here go the Sharks. Inside 450 again. Risky spoil works out nicely. Dighton. And pass cut off. Chance for Brown, the small forward. He's kicking just to behind. There's 2-1. Side is 98-62, leading by 34 points. For 28 other Roos. 19 gone. They're struggling to find a way to rebound this ball. So transition to attack, Jack.
Yep, under pressure, and trying to lock that ball in. Plenty of movement for him, so Moore can find someone. This play coming from the ground, and Westfield coming back on for RVP as they swing the changes.
So Moore was kind of through that clearance, but couldn't handle it cleanly. Nice spoil on Moore, brings the ball to ground level and a chance for the Sharks. Which why went off the ground, good tackle. A good technical tackle too, because he could have easily ridden them into the ground and given away a free kick. But he didn't. So, a forward stoppage for the Sharks. They've kicked 3 goals this quarter. Westfield going nowhere. It's McDonald in their time. Harrison Ronchi, who was himself a tackle stat there. McDonald did very well to get a hand and jump over Murtaugh, but is well shucked by Horsfield. Yusu trying to run away. Got a hand pass away somehow. I don't know how, but he did. Pell, Gore. Tell you what, Jack, even though it's on the 150 metres away, that whistle from the far over will start to put me off a bit.
Put me in play over the other side.
Yep. We haven't seen a lot of switching. We've seen the Sharks do it once or twice today. Quick hands here from the Roos. Trying to take the tackler wrong. Oh, they almost both ended up on their head. The players all good though. Get back to their feet. Let's over that time by Miller. And then that is a whistle for our field, and that will be a free kick to Max McDonald for a hold. He's only looked long down the line, so it's not a surprise that that's where the kick goes. He's looking for his fellow big man in Jones, who can help bring the ball to ground. Jason dropped what he should have taken. Jones made the tackle. Ball up. He rocks McDonald and Murtaugh running 40 metres to compete in the contest. Doubling around, Hahn. Just a hat kick forward, but that might do. Brad McDonald did brilliantly until he was asked to mark the football. Hand pass cut down by the Sharks. They defended really well today. Offerman's good vision at the corner of his eye. The kick was to Anderson, and the ball bounced nicely for him. He's had a bounce and he's had two. The driest part of the ground, and then good composure to go over the top. Hamilman's drifted back and tick lead up, but he's going to go longer towards goal. Moore's going to get there, is he? Yes, he is. Hunter Moore. Speak about how important he is and how he's their best defender, and he's definitely their best or most important all-round player. In fact, it doesn't matter because he's a free kick with a Roos. It'll be Simpsons football.
So a reprieve there for the Roos. McDonald had a big chance to take that mark at centre forward. Couldn't hold it, and then a quick rebound back, so they're back in it now.
Not a great kick. Turned over O'Sullivan. Takes it in board, almost over the head of Smith. Got options leading up at the football. And there was one of them. It was Brown. And movement's dried up. So off 3 steps, just wrong to a dangerous, predictable spot. Done by Hamilman to bring it to ground level. Not for too long because the Roos have an excellent outlet option in Wilson, but he dropped something that he would take 9 times out of 10. Gay Brown to Young, who's going left and right, trying to keep his eyes on the footy. Actually took the mark. It was a well-weighted kick. Short kick to Brad McDonald, who mistimed his jump, but didn't mistime his mark. You think he'd look to centre it, the big man up against the boundary line. Coming long and strong to the goal square and passed. Uncontested. And no mistake from point-blank range. He's got 3. And the Roos getting themselves a little bit back into this contest now. Points. That was definitely the best transition we've seen from the Roos so far today, Jack.
Yeah, and great work there by McDonald. Brad McDonald, just his ability to get off his player, and then a nice centering kick to the goal square. Really good foot skills.
Sorry, I was just going to say how bad the defending was from the Sharks. They had players around, but no one went up to impact the contest.
Yeah, you're right. And a couple of mistakes we saw that Wilson dropped a mark here, but they had time to butter up and they had the numbers to get the ball out there. A mark and another handball and the way they went. So,
I actually thought the kick by Gay Brown up here too young was really well weighted, because that can be quite hard at times.
Yep.
Although he didn't make it easy for himself, Young. He was looking right over his right shoulder, then his left shoulder, then his right shoulder.
So it's been 3 goals apiece for both teams. And can the Brewers get their nose in front for this turn at least?
Sexton just volleys it. Nearly took the team out of the foot. I thought Brown might have been a bit hard done by there. Dighton keeps his feet. And a clean pair of heels. Oh, not quite. He got caught holding the ball. Oh no, push. Oh, he's got to be careful not to overturn it. And Horsfield's got a bit about him. He doesn't mind it a bit. There's a switch kick. I haven't seen many of them today. Fleming, nice one to Delaney. Paps leading up. That's where the footy goes. Paps at a good height. Takes it. Looking for Jones and Young. Wilson, sorry. And there's a free kick for a hold. It's going to be a Maroochydore free kick and shot on goal. Wilson. Probably an unnecessary free kick to give away. It looked like the forwards were in more dangerous positions there that the Sharks defenders didn't have covered. But we've seen a few momentum shifts or swings as quarter jack, and we very well might have another one here of Wilson is to convert.
I was thinking exactly the same. Was it closing in on 200 state league goals? 195 between Noosa and Maroochydore.
Very impressive career. I'd love to get his 196th here. And 40 out. Wilson kick was always left. Just to behind.
But you're right, Riley. It's little momentum shifts, and at the moment it's looking like it's going the Brews' way.
Well, it's just how they're transitioning the ball now. I've spoken a couple of times, it's got how it looks like they've struggled to transition from defence to attack. And Dighton there and the goal from just before were both from transitions from their defensive part of the ground as they're going to get the ball back here. Go inside forward 50. Paps is all alone, kicks over his head. He had to stand there and not being hit in the head. And now an unforced error in their forward, a defensive 50. Gore took it, spun, caught the tackle. Umpire's going to be friendly to the Sharks there. It was a good call though, holding the ball. You take the tackler on in your first movement there, Jack. You give up your prior opportunity. Yep. Poke the Smith. Thomas a bit perplexed to his teammates how that was allowed to happen. Smith can go over the top of court and find a teammate pressed against the boundary line. Long down the line he goes. Big pack of players. Sexton, well, he's tapped it. Forward Gisu lost his footing. Sexton's hand pass was knocked down. The footy was going nowhere.
I appreciate it's a little bit probably wet out there, but a couple of boys are just falling to the ground. It is important to keep your feet today.
I think that lesson's taught at all levels of football.
Yeah.
And I think the Sharks have probably done it better on the Roos for most of the day. There's a great mark. That Castine. Kicking board had to be centimetre perfect and it wasn't. Turned over Malone. Chance for the Sharks. Sexton running around. Going back there. Cameron. He's got his body positioning or judgment of where the footy was going to be just a bit wrong. It's not necessarily a bad thing because it's going to be a forward 50 stoppage for them. Andrew throwing about 20 out from their goal. Have to take another one to half time. They lead by 27. The winner finishes fourth, gets a double chance. We'll have an away qualifying final. Loser will get to host Noosa in an elimination final is Malone.
No, that was
not Malone, Hamilton. He's getting 0 goals, 3.
Two posters.
He's hit the left and the right post there at this end. And we're talking about the Roos struggling in transition. Watch him go through the corridor here. Dighton. Young's playing from behind. And he's just trying to nudge his opponent out. And he went over the mark, did Madden. It was an important intercept mark. Now he's played on. He's very quick though. He runs around Young with ease. And he continues to run. Not used though. Powell. Wide to the far wing. It's a little bit too easy here. Ball's up the half forward, Horsfield. Hamilton leading, but it's cut off. Fling. Going to try and get a 50. Umpire's not falling for it. Now he's going to have to come back on his line. Like this game today, Danny Fleming.
Yeah, he's done well. He really worked hard. He pushed hard to break out to fill that hole and got that intercept.
And I know I wouldn't be willing to stand in the way of Matt Hamilton when he's charging up on a lead. Simpson asks a lot. And also a good run to make sure that footy went out over the boundary line. So 29 and a half gone. We can't be too far away from half time. It's making a heap of changes. Almost like they probably had didn't have a match manager. I'm not sure they all entered inside the gate. O'Dwyer. Thomas. Delayed give to Dighton. Had a busy second turn. Kicked it before Gisu got him. And the mark's taken and they can wheel and go here. Max McDonald out his path. Jessen's going to come from behind. Two-handed tap down. Chapman. On which that kick footy's going to come back. There are all sorts of sirens and sounds here.
Picking up, I got confused, but everyone was able to play on. It has got 3 grounds around it, so.
Yeah, and some, I think, police or ambulance sirens in the background as well as the Roos go forward, and that's the siren for our game, and that is half-time here at Neil Upton Oval. An entertaining opening half. We said multiple times the winner of today's game will finish in 4th and earn a double chance. The loser will finish 5th and host an elimination final at the moment. It looks like the winning team will be Redland-Victoria Point. They lead 99-63, Maroochydore 55-35. But I think as you spoke about the last time these two teams met, Jack, Maroochydore had to come from a long way behind, and they nearly did. So all to play for in the second half. Very quickly, the goal kickers for the home side. Hugo Pabst has 3 singles to Simpson and Gay Brown. For the visitors, 3 as well from Patrick Murtagh, 2 each. Raphael Gilsu and Joshua Brown, singles to Matthew Hamilton, and then playing with one of his eyes strapped over, Miles Callahan. An entertaining opening half. We will be back in about 10 minutes for all the second half action here at Neil Upton Oval, so please do join us then.
I'm getting a text message at 9 o'clock. It's really low. I think that's another commentator. Well done, mate. Good. This is 3 for 50. Top 3.
You need a strong team. At TPIL Lawyers, we rise above the pack. When it comes to your total and permanent disability and compensation claims, choose TPIL, the personal injury lawyers. TPIL Lawyers, proud partner of AFL Queensland.
AFL 9s, it's footy for best mates looking to be teammates.
Cardio fiends after a bit of competition.
Legends of the game, looking at making a comeback.
There's footy for when your week's pretty cooked, or for fitting it in between classes.
It's footy!
It's footy.
It's footy.
It's footy for me. Okay, let's give them 60 minutes of skills, fitness and fun. And let's not forget about connection. We're talking safe, inclusive and modified rules, perfect for newcomers. Okay, super kick on 3.
1, 2, 3, super kick! Woo! Yeah!
Super fun, super safe, super inclusive. Super kick, tailor-made for 7 to 12-year-olds.
Football club is very, very important in this community. Without it, there's not much else to do in such a small town.
I do believe that there's so much more to sport than just winning.
If my story says anything, it's that you don't need the experience, having the passion and having the want to see the young girls excel.
It's also, to me, a chance to give back to the community.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
It's not just an Australian sport. There's a lot of countries that come over and create a home here that can also join in and play the sport to the fullest potential.
All the advice that you get given, it's really inspiring.
Being part of a football team is more than just a game. It's like a family.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
back. TPIL Lawyers QAFL Premiership season action here today. Round 20. Second half. A couple of minutes away in this contest between the Maroochydore Roos and the Redland-Victoria Point Sharks. Battle for a fourth spot. Noosa takes home fifth at home elimination final next week. Got a number of games happening across the TPIL Lawyers QAFL season today. All matches at 2 o'clock, Jack. I wonder, and I know it's hard to do because clubs are run by volunteers, night football at some stage in the QAFL as well. I know there is the charm about all games at 2 p.m, but the night football might be possible at some point. As we go around the grounds, Maroochydore leading Coorparoo by 38 points. Noosa cementing their spot in finals, lead by 50 points. Although very wasteful, 8 goals, 16. Palm Beach Currumbin, again wasteful, 6 goals, 16, leading Broad Beach by 7. Morningside lead Surfers by 9 points and Grange by a point over Aspley. As I said earlier, that number 1 position, top of the table, is being battled out today. And at the moment, Palm Beach Currumbin have it. If they were to lose today and Morningside win, then I think Morningside will get them on percentages. Both sides are at 197 in the Bond University QAFL W. And the qualifying final going straight through to the grand final. Southport lead, again inaccurate, 6 goals, 10 over Coorparoo to 7. And then Carlton fans, and then Mary Rain continues, they lead Fremantle by 24 points early on in the last quarter, which at this rate will set up a wildcard final to be one of the biggest finals of the 21st century, dare I say it, Jack Barry, because it'll be Collingwood v Carlton at the MCG.
Well, that would be magnificent, wouldn't it? It would be standing room only. The Blues have had an unbelievable second half of the year, and Collingwood, such loyal supporters, there's never a quiet game with the Magpies around.
And as a Collingwood fan, I've never actually witnessed a Pies Blue finals. I know they've got us grand finals numerous times in the late 20th century, but I don't think the teams have played a final, I want to say, since the 80s. So it's something we haven't really been blessed with as such. And I think next week, if that game continues the way it is, if Carlton winning, it's going to be massive.
Well, they talk about the big 4 clubs in Melbourne from yesteryear being Carlton, Collingwood, Richmond and Essendon. And those four teams haven't played in the final series since like 1972 or 73. It's amazing. So I'm sure the AFL would love to see those all clubs in there because they've all got big crowds, but but Carlton Collingwood will certainly be a big game if it ends up falling that way.
Just touching on some of the local community footy, we've got an SEQ this afternoon. Redcliffe in Division 2 North look like they've been out victors over Ketron. They lead by 56 points in that qualifying final. In the Division 2 South qualifying final, which started earlier today. Bond University made the grand final courtesy of a 15-goal win over Coolangatta. There's a couple of QFAW division finals to be played later this afternoon, normally starting at that 4:45 sort of time slot.
Of course, we've got the cricket up here in Queensland as well.
Yeah, well, at the moment, I think Bangladesh are beating Redland-Victoria point by 1. Well, it's not cricket season yet, but Mitchell Stark, first ball of the match, the 4th time he's ever done that in a test match with a wicket. Finished with 6 for 12, and the Aussies, after being humbled last week by the Bangladeshi Tigers, could be a reason you're a fan of Bangladesh, Jack, with the Tigers nickname. I think, Bangladesh winning their first ever test match in Australia by 9 wickets, but rolled for 64 this morning, and I can tell you, I've just seen Steve Smith hit another boundary to move to 23. So the Aussies 3 for 81, leading by 17 as the players start to make their way back out into position. Redland-Victoria Point kicked 5 goals either side of the quarter-time break to get out to this roughly 5-goal lead that they've held. And I think the big thing, Jack, that we've spoken about for Maroochydore to get back into this game, because they've actually defended quite well, it's got to be the midfield.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like Thomas is in there at the moment. Whether he's starting on the bench and coming back on, I'm not too sure. Because they've got McDonald in there, Ball, Wanchi, and I think it's Wanchi, and it's Hahn for the Roos. So they want to start off strong this term and just get back in the game.
Get underway, second half here. Malone lost the head out but got the clearance. Sends it up high to half forward. It's a strong mark overhead. Shelton. He's got McDonald working towards the boundary. It's Brad McDonald. Playing forward a lot this year. He's played a fair bit of VFL football the last couple of seasons. Runs around Malone. Wilson caught behind. Makes a contest. Brings it to the ground. Chapman. A nice turn one way then the other. Ampast asked a lot of Anderson. Managed to keep it in play. Back to Madden, the former Lions player. Chapman. Brown. It's kicked 2 so far today. Pokes it inboard. Sexton. That's a great hand pass to Offermans. Just held the hand pass up a bit. Missed his teammate. And he goes back and gets it again. Nice little vision to poke one in to Horsfield. Offermans more than making up for his mistake. And Horsfield's played on. So now he's in a spot of bother. He's got Smith in the pocket drifting forward. Great spoil going back with the flight of the ball there by Saunders. For Maroochidore's defence. A little bit sloppy, giving away a free kick.
Well, they got the shot by the danger man Hamleman, but you're right, they were in two minds what to do there. They into the pocket, they probably made the wrong choice. A great spoil, but unfortunately it's ended up being a free kick to him on another tricky angle. So
yeah, he's had 3 behinds at the post twice, but he probably hasn't had many halves where he's gone goalless as Hamleman adding a 4th behind to his score. I said I was excited to see him play. I don't know if I was excited to see him kick 4 behinds in just over a half. The first score of the 3rd quarter going the way of the visitors. More lovely kick in to McDonald. This time not dropping any easy marks. Nice spearing kick to Gabe Brown, who's got a paddock. He needs a bounce. He gets a nice one. Pabst is the forward. He doesn't take the mark, but he recovers better of the 2 players. Does well to tap to Young. Young taking the ground without it, slung around. So it'll be a free kick to Kobe Young.
I like when Brad McDonald gets moving on his bike, when he gets start running around. He's a pretty athletic sort of player, so when he starts moving like that, it's hard for Malone to match up on him, so that's where he can become a real threat this term. He started off really well.
And I must admit, I'm surprised that he's been moved up for most of the year. He normally plays down a defensive role. He's a key defender, but he's also been in the ruck today, so he's featured in the best a bit, but probably like most young forwards who start out as defenders, it's a learning phase as well. Someone who's always played forward is Kobe Young, though. Played against Aspley the other week from a very tough spot on the ground. It's a decent effort. It falls a bit short, and Wilson playing the crummer. That is just brilliant crumbing by Aaron Wilson. Almost a bit of spider sense to know that ball was going to be pumped back into play. He was in the perfect position to crumb and kick his first goal of the game at the margin of 23 points. And the Roos coach Steve Waltrid's quite happy.
Yeah, no, good work by the Roos there. As I said, I thought McDonald was fantastic. They kicked that ball out and he just got away from Malone. He's had to run and carry the football, and they got that ball inside forward 50. And again, Wilson made something out of nothing as it played the role of a small coming forward. He kicked his first for the day.
And the Charlotte's midfield contingent walking back together as a 4 in discussion. Maroochydore all set up, ready to go. Spoke about, Brad McDonald being a bit more used in attack this year. He's going to be competing in this centre clearance against Malone. They both got their timings wrong, but Malone showing his experience to recover. The centre clearance playing out exactly as the first one earlier in this quarter. Dyson needed to go and get the football, and then when he realised he did, but then he lost it. And the Sharks go inside forward 50. Nice gather by Delaney and breaks the tackle well. He's got Fleming running by, misses him on the hand pass though. So Fleming has to go back and get it 2 or 3 times. He does very well. Hand pass to Ronchi. Field's opened up for him as a left foot up. Drops it into centre half back nicely, and McDonald has got a paddock. Don't see this happen every day. The ruckman, he can go over the top to Hahn. Elects to go further upfield to Wilson, and that's a great kick. And all of a sudden the Roos have got all the running here. Wilson looking for Young to come out the back, and he competes. And he gives away a free kick. No, he's going to win a free kick, Kobe Young, for hands in the back against O'Sullivan. That is, Nick Jackson spoke about it a couple of times now, but the Roos' ability to now be able to transition the ball from defence to attack. Just saw it again.
Yeah, that was fantastic. They switched the ball across to the commentary side of the wing. Again, McDonald again, run and carry, kick inside forward 50. He's been off to a really, really good start.
And it all starts with a kick by Ronchi
Yep.
to score, because if that's a turnover, it's almost an instant goal to the Sharks. But instead, the Roos now can get the margin back to 17 points. Young lining up. It's about 25 metres out. Considered approach. The number one struck it poorly. Always right. And just a bit of a deflating behind there. For the Roos, the margin is 22 points now. 5.5 played in the third term here. On an overcast day, but we haven't had any rain, and I don't suspect we will. We have quite a muddy field. And the two McDonalds there in the ruck contest. Shelton, Thomas, Ronchi, left footer. He can see a lot of green and gold jerseys. Goes to the goal square. Perhaps from behind. Young this time, snapped to the right. He's got two behinds in a minute.
They're peppering away the Roos. The momentum's with them at the moment. They need to cash in if they can.
They've got to try and get this margin, I dare say, under 2 goals, I think, by three-quarter time.
And if they can get to a 9 to 10 quarter.
You don't want to be too far behind. It definitely seems left of screen almost the better end to be kicking to. Not necessarily that all the goals come at that end today, but just the way the wind's blowing here at Neil Upton Oval. Smith out, had the better position, but couldn't take the mark. I think there's a few Roos fans giving some advice to either their opponents or the umpires. So I think the car's there as well. Hopefully the netball's done for the day. As the ball's tossed back into play, Max McDonald comes his own ruck work and will earn his side a stoppage inside their forward 50.
Blows looking for a lasso free kick there.
Even though the lines are pretty faded, you can be about 5 metres inside their forward 50. It's been a good turn from the Roos midfield so far. They've been quite productive. Jones, Ronchi tried to swoop on it. They're appealing for deliberate. Not going to get it. Umpire ran in with a lot of intent. I thought he was going to pay.
I thought so. I handballed it straight out.
Malone hits it straight towards the boundary line. And Sexton can't keep it in play.
So important here for the Roos. Get that ball. We've got McDonald one out in the square, which is Brad McDonald, who started off the quarter well.
I think O'Sullivan's a spare.
Spare, just playing in front of him, but if he can make the contest, you've got the dangerous.
Where's the Roos spare? It's got to be up at the contest somewhere. But be careful that it's not someone like a Ronchi or a Gore. That's where they go to work. In fact, it might be Wilson. He's drifted forward now to be matched up by Malone. O'Sullivan is going to try and get across. Pabst in the pocket to Wilson. Well, O'Sullivan went across to try and impact the contest and couldn't, and there's great awareness by Pabst to know where Wilson was.
He's having a fantastic year, Pabst. He's had his best haul of 37 goals for the year. And this ability then just to square the ball up to a player in a better position, didn't blaze away, done the team thing, and now Wilson lining up for his second for the day.
And he's been right time, right place this quarter so far. Aaron Wilson through second. He makes no mistake. I love that one, as well as teammates. And the margin is back to 14 points. That's the closest it's been since the opening term.
It's been a good response by the Roos. They've come out. This is exactly what Coach Steve Walsh will be wanting. He's assembled a really good squad together. They're playing some really good games. He's got some good young talent, a couple of good experienced players, and this is what we saw earlier in the year. Just never really laid down. Every time they got close enough, Redland were able to respond. Now they've had a couple of good clearances through Malone, so they've got to make sure if they can jump on that and get some quick entries into forward 50. They'll be right amongst it.
So Thomas, the centre clearance. Hahn sends him to the wing, really. And now Gall, it spills out. He's got no one leading, so he draws their forwards into attack. Justin dropped what he should have taken. Nice hand pass, Young in the pocket, dancing one way then the other, tries to hand pass it to himself.
Handball, when you can.
I think a result for the Roos. I have a forward stoppage. They really didn't have anyone who we could get the ball to, so got to get creative. I'll tell you what, it's also turned around a little bit. Jack's been a right battle.
Yep. I
know Malone's had a couple of centre clearances this quarter, but I think the Roos are getting on top of the headouts now. Thomas to Hahn. Swings it towards the goal line. It might have the journey, Bailey Hahn. I don't think that was a shot on goal, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how it goes on the scoreboard as a goal for the Roos. They've kicked the only 3 in this third term, and they are storming back into this contest. They now trail by 8 points. It's a great goal. Bailey Hahn, as unintentional as it might have been.
Now, great work. He kicked it up high, nice and high, let the wind and the rest do the rest. And again, I think you're right. I think around the ground, the two McDonald brothers have been a real handful. And their ability to get across the ground, make a contest, not let Malone just dictate terms like he has been throughout his career. They're making a bit of a battle for it. So well done to them.
And even just, I think, on the goal line, it might have been Kobe Young that shepherded that one through. It was quite an important job.
Just the little team things that all add up, don't they, in the end? No selfishness. Just trying to do the team things, and they're right back in this game now.
So back to the middle. We want to play fourth spot on the line. Sexton to centre clearance, but it'll be a free kick to the Roos. Kicking in danger. Ben Thomas starting to get involved. That's a long kick. Young can't take the mark. Castine, hand pass over the top. Wilson on an open goal, and he's got it! Wilson's got 3 in the term. The Roos have 4, and all of a sudden it's 2 points the difference here at Neil Upton Oval.
Well, he said he's closing in on his 200th goal in the state league. That's his, as you see, his 3rd for the quarter, 198 for the season. For his career, 46 for the season. So well done to Maroochydore. This is what we've come to see. This is what we're expecting out of this squad. This squad are a genuine threat for this year. If they can get on a roll and play their best footy, they've got some exciting players in their squad. Over to you, Coach Brad Moore now, 2-point ball game.
And it's really going to come from, the Sharks midfield, because they're getting beaten and well beaten at the moment. That was a good little forward craft as well from Brad Castine. Nice little hand pass, clean. Good day as the forward flanker.
He's had a good day, and you're right. Thomas has had some really important touches in the midfield just to be able to win the ball at stoppage, to handball out and release his teammates.
Let's go at it. Thomas will get there first, and Sexton will sling him into the ground. Roos want a free kick. He did that quite well, Sexton.
I thought he did as well, yeah. Didn't sort of protected the player. Had a duty of care, which is part of the game now.
Hahn on hands and knees. Sexton trying to insert himself. This one is Alex Sexton. Had a great first quarter, a little bit quiet in the second. Now his side needs a lift, and he's trying to be the man to do so. Simpson battling it out with Anderson. Thomas, turnover, Offermans. Max McDonald does quite well. Ball knocked out of his hands. Plays from both sides, attacking the footy at a ferocious level. Even all around the ground.
This is when you see Miller usually really step up for Redlands.
Redlands the clearance. That's why he play in front as a forward. The intercept mark's been taken by the Roos in half back. And this is where their kicking game's improved in the third quarter. The intent was there, the execution wasn't. But Thomas follows up well to Castine. Got to get rid of it, or Smith will take him down. He got rid of it in the nick of time. Umpire put his whistle to his mouth but saw the hand pass. Sexton on hands and knees. Umpire didn't see him get taken high. But the out of zone umpire has.
Yeah, it was a good call that was there.
Yeah, I think almost all 3 umpires are just blindsided. We had perfect view of it.
Yep, spot on, Riley.
So they can go inside forward 50, and it's Sexton, and then Delaney has come off Murtagh. It's been an interesting battle today. Delaney goes wide to Fleming. What this game today? William O'Dwyer. Oh no, Wilson's got 3 of his opponent who ended up on the ground. Wilson's taking the mark between them and half back. He's got Shelton here wide. After about 7 people from his bench telling him to do so. There he goes. Loans down the line with one of the McDonald's. Jones is in front. And from the side was Dylan Smith. He's done a lot of the 1%ers you've spoken about today, Jack, especially as a big man.
Yep. He's having a good little battle with Saunders. A good little battle, but going to play some Lions VFL games this year.
So, well, Alex Sexton's just come to the bench, and he's a bit more of a small, average-size AFL player. He's massive.
Yeah, that's right. He's had a great career. He played all the games for the Suns this year, so again, just probably assimilating back into the RVP's game plan.
And dominating too at VFL level, racking up the disposals.
He sort of plays an on-field coaching role down there at the Suns, and just there's a chance now to talk about this place had a good game. I like it. We've got plenty of left footers here at Maroochydore, haven't they?
Yeah, well, a few good AFL sides, and he's gone ball as Ronchi's kick ends up in the hands of Pat, but he thought it was the mark. It wasn't. One of the Redland-Victoria point defenders, O'Sullivan, was alert to the fact. All of a sudden, the Sharks thought they might have been giving up a shot on goal. Not now. Moore, Hahn, Gore. There's another one of those left footers. That kick might work out. Mark dropped, but it's okay because it goes forward inside 50. Young had to wait for the bounce. Didn't get low enough. It's out near the boundary line now. Young wants to make sure it goes out, and it does. Ronchi's game's been very impressive. Kicked the goal, as I said, after the siren last week to him. Maroochydore the closest to victories of a 1-point win. And really impressive. I think he's been playing QAFL senior football now for 3 years. Caloundra Jr. Hit out. Hahn did quite well to backtrack and allow to sit up for him. Castine tries to take on too many tacklers. Got it out. Ball still in the field of play, even though the Sharks want a free kick. Hunkin. And the rebounding kick here for the Sharks. Wilson's a spare player. Brad McDonald threw it on the boot, didn't get very far. Gore lays a rough tackle. That's a sling tackle. That's the one you've got to be careful about. Because you put that, you land someone on their head there, and that's concussion. That's really suspension, at least at the AFL level.
Yep, no, very lucky there.
You've just got to balance aggressiveness with technique.
Just need to impede the player.
Simpson, too many options, too long. Usually good closing pressure. Also over Simpson. He's got right near the boundary line here. 17.5 minutes. And only 3 goals, or 4 goals of the quarter going the way of the Roos. Through to Wilson. Saunders, Offermans. Nice hand pass, Isu to Hamilman. It's a long kick and he's got the weight on it. And he just gently nudges Smythe out of the way. And he'll have his 5th shot of the game from almost directly in front. 20 metres out.
That was a very good clearance work there by the Sharks from the ruck all the way through the midfielders, and then again the one out and the one-on-one, just too smart.
The key forwards from the Sharks have read the ball well today, especially when it's gone out the back, and Hamilman just held his space. Now he's kicked 4 behinds. This is the easiest shot he's had of the day so far. It doesn't matter, he continues his form. He's got 5 behinds now, Hamilman, and maybe not the place to do it, right in front of the Maroochydore home crowd. Margin goes back to 3 point, or after 3 points, more. He go 15. Sends it out, asks a lot of Gabe Brown, but it's a decent effort to bring the ball to ground. Pell. Pope. Stabbing it inside forward 50, and Hamilman has had the ball out there a couple of times today. He's just missed one that you would think he would normally kick.
Well, there's only been 3 times in his QAFL career that he's been held goalless. So I don't know if that's been with injury or what it is, but on the stat sheet he hasn't kicked one. But
I think it might be a bit ironic if he were to kick this one after missing one from straight in front moments before. Matt Hamilman just inside 50, up against the boundary. His shot on goal hits the post. I was watching the goal umpire then. The goal umpire didn't really move at all.
3 posters.
3 posters, 6 behinds in total.
Well, I think it's a goal.
Well, yeah, he's got a goal in total value, but he's just had to do it in singles. It's a risky kick almost to Dighton. He stabs one to Ronchi. Left foot up. Leader Pats, diving mark. Ball running in ball, but he doesn't want that. They'll go to Wilson, who's caught out behind, as is Young, and it's a good intercept mark. It might be Madden.
That's Madden, yep.
And watch him run here. He'll get it back. He'll have a bounce and it won't come back because the field's muddy. I don't almost want to throw that one out. Got to get back to his feet though. Can he impact the contest? He slides in on Gore. Good umpiring there. Even though he probably really just kind of flicked Gore's legs, you could see the way that he slid in.
Yep, umpires probably thought that's what happened.
So they go inside forward 50. It might have been a hand across the face of Pell. He's gone to ground. His teammates in the meanwhile have worked the ball up. And Simpson, Malone shot his teammate down the river there a little bit. The ball to receiver who's not facing the game.
This has been a great response by the Roos, hasn't it? They're really putting the pressure on the RVP players.
But even now, like they probably haven't kicked a goal for 7 or 8 minutes, but they haven't conceded one, even though Hamilton's had a couple of missed shots. So kept the margin at 4 points. Pell, I must admit, looks a little bit groggy. He's coming off with the blood wall. Definitely got hit across the face. Yeah. So he's on the bench now. All set back 18 on 18. Bring the time on here. The Sharks have not kicked the goal this quarter. Brad McDonald shoved Malone under it and just kicked it off one step. Young. Good contest. Good shoulder. And have the ball up. Getting out from the Roos goal. Sirens not at this game. As I said, there's sport here on the day in the Maroochydore Multi-Sports Complex. Malone beat Jones. His teammates will rebound. Offermans. Nice little kick. The Pirate Callahan. He's back to ice. Tape over his eyes. He's made a good tackle there, affecting McDonald's kick. Picked up nicely by hands. Offermans facing the game. Got to get rid of it. Turn over. Brad McDonald. The Ruckman's kicking. You've got to be careful of, but the result might work out. I think they took a Roos bench link as well. Paps takes the mark. 65 from goal. Young on a lead. Wilson's out deep. Wilson's still out deep, gesturing now to the pocket. How's this kick? Got away. Wilson's going to go up. He got a hand on it. And that's probably the only thing that saved it from being an unrealistic free kick against him.
Well, it was a nice weighted kick, wasn't it? But the technique wasn't quite there.
Yeah, I think he panicked a little bit. Easy to say from here, but he probably almost could have stayed down and jumped up it, and he would have taken the mark almost uncontested.
I think so.
And as I said, much easier to do from the commentary box. Nearly 23 played third quarter. Jones is hit out to Wilson. Has he got 4 in the quarter? No, he hasn't.
This is dangerous.
He is deceptively very quick for a big man.
Yep. Now he's really influencing the game now. And he's turned the game on its head.
And he's got a really good turning circle. Sometimes with big boys, they've got to put the anchors out, not him. He can turn on a dime. Sharks take the ball. It's on to their defensive 50. It's punched down over the line, right in front of the Roos fans over there. So all to play for today. Full spot up for grabs.
I think the ball landed in the water.
Yeah, it's going to be very wet. Sometimes when we get lots of rain, Jack, we did on Tuesday, you see ducks there.
Oh.
And of course the ground a couple of years ago famously turned into a swimming pool, which saw someone kicking in the swimmer, having to swim in the right forward pocket.
Offermans has really lifted for...
He's been the one this quarter for them, hasn't he?
Yep.
Basketball background, didn't start playing footy till he was about 14, 15.
I've seen a lot with him this year with the VFL side at the Lions.
He played a couple of years of college basketball in America.
Yep.
He's won a Crawford Premiership at Labrador.
He's played some footy up at Townsville.
Townsville
as well.
Best on ground. I played with him best on ground in a losing grand final effort. He was sensational in the midfield that day. As the ball goes a little bit deep, in the Maroochidore's forward pocket. Jones picks it up. No way the Ruckman's going to snap one from there. It goes to the line. Did it go 15? The umpire says yes. So a good goal-saving mark in the end there. We've seen some good goals today, but if Jones had been the one to snap, they'll check side that one home.
He's done in a good way. Might be a shoulder or...
Pope, I think the player who's taken the intercept mark. think it might be
Bromwich, is it 22?
Bromwich, yeah, it's definitely one that ends in 2.
It's not Bromwich.
It must be Pope. It's not Miller. Miller doesn't have that hairstyle. He's definitely not right.
I think you're right, it might be Pope, yep. He's holding the back of his Achilles or his ankle or something.
Oh, it's not good.
Yep, it's definitely Pope number 32, so they'll help him off. He grabbed the back of his ankle. Hopefully not too bad. So a goalless third term for the Sharks.
Not without opportunities though. They've kicked 3 behinds, all of them coming off the boot of Matt Hamilton. And he definitely, should have kicked one of them because it was 20 metres out, slight angle. Just a delay while we wait for Alexander Pope to make a play off the field.
Walking up okay, I think they'll be able to fix up hopefully.
Yes, much better than when he looked 30 seconds ago. And this is just good game management, like not starting, get the player off the field safely, make sure that the players can on, and then we'll go. So it is O'Sullivan, the captain. So the Sharks as far away from their goal as they can be. They literally got the ball on their defensive goal line. And that's almost a little bit too easy. Horsfeld, haven't called his name this term, but he had a lively opening half. Goes long looking to Jessen, more. Jessen, better position, couldn't stick the mark. The Sharks just putting themselves under a little bit of pressure here. Yes. Bit of feeling in this one, Young giving Jessen a bit of a bump. Jessen missed him on the way back. Nice hit out by Malone. Very quick hands by the Roos. They need a clean pickup and they get it. There's their left footers, it's Ronchi. But out in front.
Madden.
It was a bit of an odd one. The Roos forwards have played back shoulder a lot of the time today. The whole lesson is to play in front. Smith. Cameron. Need a clean pick up from Horsfield. Doesn't get it, but he's worked up. Second effort here. He's got time. Smith. Miller. Got a hand pass as he was flung. Simpson fumbles, but he finds a bit of space. Parker Wilson. A busy third term. He's got 3 one-on-ones inside his forward 50. Young's wanting to hold, free kick to hold. It doesn't matter. Well, he is going to get it. And it's Jones who's taken the mark, but it's going to be Young with a free kick for the hold. I think I would rather the ball in Young's hands if I were a Maroochydore fan, Jack.
Well, this is what I wanted to see from the big fella in Jones. That was a nice, strong mark. Unfortunately, as I said, the hole was there beforehand. He's made some contests today, but that's the sort of strong marking you want to see up forward. So take a bit of confidence from that. But this bloke's had an unbelievable season. Kobe Young, he's kicked 50.
I think he's making his way to the bench. He's tired. He's worked very hard. Young, and against Astley the other week. Goalless so far today. Stabs it low and home, and Maroochydore have hit the lead for the first time today. They've had a sensational third quarter. 5 goals to nothing. And there are sirens going off again everywhere here at the Maroochydore Multisports Complex. That's a good kick from Young because it's quite muddy out there. I'm sure the legs are starting to feel heavy for everyone. The ball's probably a bit slippery. But, from 30, 35 out, it was low, it was hard, and it was straight. And Maroochydore scores all even 10-10-70.
Well, it's been a masterclass third term by Coach Walshett. His ability to turn this game on its head with players who listened and responded and not sit at half time. But they've bounced back. The sirens are going off everywhere.
And the players even be able to hear the whistle. You have to wonder. Ronchi, a really, really important third term. McDonald's playing from behind, brings the ball to ground level. Jessen, stripped out. Wilson caught. That's got to be holding the ball. Good defensive pressure. It's almost just didn't know whether he wanted to go for goal or whether he had someone to dish the ball off to by the time he decided to make it, or by the time he made a decision. The Sharks defenders were all over him. And pass back is actually well read by the Sharks player there. siren or the security alarm here stopped. Roos go inside forward 50 again. O'Dwyer trying to spin in and out of it. Madden, 4 players with hands on the football. We tick half an hour played in this third term. It has been all green and gold. More worked off Gisu. Got time, and that's why you play in front as a forward. Bailey Hahn kicked an incredible goal earlier in this quarter from about 40 metres. This one's going to be a bit more conventional, even though it'll be slightly further out. And I said the Blues needed to be within 2 goals at three-quarter time, but all of a sudden they could be out by 2 goals here, Jack.
Yeah, well, they've just been so flat-footed this term. They've just moved the ball so much better this quarter.
Hahn. Big kick from 48 metres. Bailey Hahn's kick was always to the right distance, the problem, but the accuracy was. Their margin is there. The lead is now 5 points.
Go, Jet! Go, Jet!
O'Sullivan.
Get to him, boys! Get to him!
Jessen, the target. 2 players there. They had to work off with. Oh, Jones had his head over the footy. And Jones and Jessen and Jones going at it a little bit. She might have just flung him a little bit after the tackle.
He's looking for the free kick.
He's not getting it. Sure, game management. Now that one doesn't need to go out on the full for the Sharks. And I'll give Malone the credit and say he placed it perfectly. He gained about 5 metres. Probably hear that on the audio mic that Hunter Moore needs to come on the bench when he can. Oh, Jones comes off at Brad Castine. Really like his game as a small forward flanker today. Sexton tries to go in off the ground. Willow Dwyer has to come up and take a strong mark, and he does. And Horsfield swinging him around.
He plays it close to the edge, Horsfield.
He does. Actually gave away a 50-metre penalty and a goal in the second quarter. That's a nice mark by Hunkin.
That's the president.
A good game down at half back today, but third quarter ends and the record books will show that was all Maroochydore in the third quarter. They kicked 5 goals to the Victoria points, 0 goals, just the 3 behind. Aaron Wilson and then turning it on, kicking 3. Bailey Hahn, an incredible goal from 40 metres off about 3 steps as well. Goal kickers for the home side, 3 each to Paps and Wilson, singles to Young, Hahn, Simpson and Gay Brown. And for the visitors, it hasn't changed since what it was at half-time. 3 goals to Murtagh, 2 to Gisu and Brown, and then singles to Hamilton and Callahan. But 4th spot is on the line. I reckon we are set for a nail-biting finish here at Maroochydore Multisports Complex on the Lupton Oval. We're going to take a break, but join us for all final corner action in just a few moments.
Visit play.afl/more to footy.
welcome back to Neil Upton Oval. TPIL Lawyers QAFL action last round of the regular home and away season. And a sensational third quarter by the home side, the Maroochydore Roos. And I think we might have had a bit of an adjustment with the scoreboard. 10-9, 69. The visitors 9-12, 66. As I've said, the winner will finish fourth and play what looks like likely to be Palm Beach Currumbin in first versus fourth, the qualifying final next week. They're 27-point leaders at the moment, Palm Beach over Broadbeach, so you'd think they probably hold on from there. And then in the University QAFL action in the semi-final or almost elimination final, going inside 14-6 at quarter time. And I tell you what, Jack, if we look, I think there's maybe a colleague's on the field. It's been helped off by the umpire. He was having a kick at three-quarter time, and he wanted to stay out there with the big boys and play. But he's been escorted off the field safely, so we're just about all set. The correct score, 3 points away of the home side. It's all on the line here as we get underway in the final term. And Maroochydore, where they lifted so much in the third quarter was the midfield. They're almost even the ruck battle at times. Brad McDonald was able to get around and be quite helpful and quite productive. So interesting to see how the Sharks try and counter that in the final quarter. The other point they probably know was Aaron Wilson, 3 goals, and responsible for at least setting up at least one of them. Sharks will go forward inside forward 50. First this quarter, Smythe does well on Hamilman. Titan has had a good game to William O'Dwyer, left footer. Asking a lot of Gabe Brown at pace, can't stick it in the hands, but he won't mind it, it's gone out of bounds. Right in front of the Sharks bench. I think they might have given the ball a bit of a light there as well, which is probably a good thing. Been no rain today, but it's very muddy. Sharks have to run in 15 metres to get to that one. Thomas tried to defend, umpire didn't see it ball.
So we've got the experience around the midfield in Sexton, Offermans, Miller's another player. He's on the bench at the moment.
Cool. Fighting for it. Maybe drag that one in. The one I just kind of look at is James Madden's lining up down back and he's been playing as a key defender. We've seen his run a couple of times. Do you think you could release him into the middle, Jack?
Well, that's what that's what Richard have done really well is their leg speed of some of their youngsters have got in and around the ball. Like we talk about Ronchi and Dighton and those types of players that are really got some genuine pace.
Brown's done really well to our position with Dwyer, but he had Fleming for company. Horsfield threw it to himself, and Cameron sent it inside forward 50. A few players from the Roos have hit the deck. Murtagh has kicked 3 today. Snapped. Dighton juggles the mark. Got an option in the other pocket. This is where he goes to William O'Dwyer. Now that's a really risky kick to centre half back. It's centimetre perfect to Moore, and all of a sudden the ball's on the far side of the ground in the hands of Delaney. Murtagh did well to come across and lay a bit of a spoil, but Delaney plenty of time. Teammate running by in the hand pass, considering his options to Wilson, Pabst. 1-on-2, he won the day. Poke it over the top. Castine. Pabst. And Young, in fact, Madden there to cut it off. Jones probably would have given away a free kick for a push anyway. And Madden, I tell you what, there is not a lot of movement at all around the ground. And heavy legs to run in on this wet, boggy field for 3 quarters. Delaney and Murtagh. Delaney's second efforts. Quick arm, Murtagh, rough tackle. Got him through the ground safely. Ball spilled out. So Dwyer lost his footing. McDonald just threw it on the boot. Dwyer to the other end of the field. Now, Gay Brown needs to compete. He competes well against Chapman, and the tackle's good. Ball spills out. Crowd want ball. Umpire disagrees. Still alive. Wilson, left foot on his right then, steady towards the goal line. Jones has front position. Ball comes to ground level. He lays a tackle. It's too high.
Well, he's down there to make a contest. The player, he's down, he's getting up slowly.
And he's given away a 50-metre penalty. That's just sloppy.
So he's there to make a contest. He's done that. Fortunately, he grabbed him high. And the Sharks will now get a reprieve.
So the Roos by 3 points, 4 minutes played. And passed off to O'Sullivan. Took the kick too long. Oh, they got in each other's way, Gall and Dighton. Nice pick up by Thomas. He's had a much better second half. Jones can come by. And there's no one inside the 50 here. Castine. Time to pick the footy up. Steady from 25 metres out. Brad Castine for the perfect start to get the home side up and about. And that is a great goal in terms of the effort and the way that Brad Castine's played today. And the all-important first goal of the final quarter goes to the home side. They've now kicked 6 in a row. The only 6 of the second half. In fact, I say it might have been 7 or 8 because they kicked a couple of goals before half-time as well. And I would say back at the moment that the Roos are all over the Sharks.
They're all over them, that's for sure. They're beating with leg speed at the moment. Also, again, just making contests, providing opportunities. Castine's worked hard all day. He got a bit of reward for effort. He's done a lot of the 1%ers. He's been in and around it. So now this is of the experienced midfielders, as I spoke about just before, and they're the ones I'm talking about. You've got Malone in there for the Sharks, you've got Sexton, you've got Hoffmans, and you've also got Miller.
I'm going to be harsh here, Jack. They've just got to have some impact. And it's going to be a free kick to the Sharks for a hold, even though the ball got to Sexton. So see who takes the kick. It says Miller. And they've got a chance to have a bit of impact here. Oh, Malone might have run into the umpire. Miller sends his side inside forward 50. Hamilman bumped off it by Smythe, who then picks it up and the big fullback being hunted down. Hamilman's not got up yet. Young, great mark. Just going to go long from 80. Wilson leading. Can he use his body? Well, he can. Gets the ball. Little's just side is to the left.
Yeah, I think he's going to shoot Wilson in. He's an exciting player. Good work again there by the Roos. They turn the ball from defence to forward. Hamilton's still on one knee. Inside forward 50.
They've used the corridor a bit this quarter, the Roos, and they've used it in a very dangerous way for the Sharks that are struggling to defend the quick ball movement. And this is almost how the first quarter was now. The Sharks struggling to get the ball under their defensive half of the ground. The Roos moving it quickly and looking dangerous every time they go inside forward 50. Now a well-timed jump and intercept mark by Cameron straight to Malone. The big boys sharing the footy with one another. Hamilman's back up to his feet. Stabbing kick. Spoiled. Offermans tried hard all day. Had plenty of it too. And in fact, he continues here with the 1-2. Stabs a little kick out wide. Murtagh scoops it up nicely. And the pass went out over the boundary line.
We spoke about it a few times today, but the Roos have been brave. They've put off some strong kicks, through the middle of the ground. They've been looked at risk versus reward. But that's the type of play. If you want to get deep into the finals, you've got to be able to really open up the play. They've been able to do that at different times today.
All 4 Maroochydore players on the bench. And they'll set up ready to come on. There's a few that have been influential in this second half. Malone, that hand pass, that hit out is as good as a kick, really. From like 20 metres. He's shown that a couple of times today. I know you said, Jack, he's quite an experienced footballer. He has excellent rough craft and understanding of his game.
Yep. And the players around him know that, so he's such an influential player. But I think McDonald's had a bit of an influence around the ground in the second half for sure, hasn't he? Probably Brett also.
He's on the bench waiting to come on. Malone's drifted back to help O'Sullivan spare up to be the spare. Thomas. As I said, a much better second half. There's my man Castine. Now he's got to be careful, he just doesn't put it on O'Sullivan's head. He's worked back to make it a 2-on-3.
Good goal, Riley.
It's much easier up here at times than down there, that is for sure. Miller. Good kick. Pope. Offermans. Not a big kick. Dighton. Liked his game. Kick needs to be good, and it's not. Good intercept mark, reaching for it, Cameron. Offense, the cry from the Sharks coach's bench. It's to Murtagh. One-on-one, Smythe comes across to help lend a hand. He's brought the ground level. Gisu, Hamilman, he hasn't kicked the goal today, but he steps up at the most important time He won't be having a goalless day today, Graham Hamilton. He's got his first. A nice snap off 2 steps. And the margin is matches 4 points, and that's the Sharks' first goal in, well, quite a long time, Jack.
Yeah, well, that's the one they wanted. They just need to get back on the scoreboard. Hamilton's worked really hard today. He's certainly had his battle, but he would have had 12, 13 possessions. I'm not too sure, but more importantly, as he's done throughout his career, he steps up at the crucial moments.
It doesn't need to be your day, but it can be your moment. And it definitely was that time for Matt Hamilton. Having back to 4 points.
But a good intercept mark there, wasn't it, by Clay Cameron?
Yeah. They've gotten away with that a couple of times today. The Roos, dangerous kicks to their centre half back region. And, that time it definitely hurt them. There will be opportunities to make amends for it. Nice attack on the footy there by Saunders. Up the half forward, go to Roos. O'Sullivan, he's starting to have an influence. Is the captain of the Sharks. Brown can't go at full pace. He slips over. Got a hand pass away before. There was attack. Tackle was effective. Smith running nicely to Cameron. One-handed take. Looking for Hamilton. He's gotten free. Couldn't take it though. Smythe to Thomas. Through the corridor. He's got nowhere to go. He takes his time to Pax. Work underneath it. Good mark taken by Chapman.
He's an experienced defender now, Chapman. A very good player.
Bell.
Cover from his knock.
Around a long way, umpire tells him to play on. Nice kick into the middle. It's Madden. And watch the pace. Pope lowers his eyes. He's got Brown. And that's what he finds. Great vision from Pope. Could have blasted away and gone long. And then Brown just dishes it off, and it must go the bare 15 to Hamilton, to Horsfield. And they've lived dangerously, but they've worked it to the goal line for a shot. And Horsfield's, well, I tell you what, he's going to go dangerously by going this snap here.
Yeah, he just slotted over the top, but I'm sure they practice this.
Horsfield makes no mistake, and the Sharks are back in front. It's a topsy-turvy contest here at Neil Upton Oval.
And this is the beauty of having experienced players that have been there 3 grand finals, premiership. They don't panic under pressure.
AFL listed players, VFL listed players.
Yep. But as we said, the Roos have been brave, so now the ball is back over to them now. A 2-point game.
Let's go, Hembo! Brownie, very good!
They haven't panicked, the Sharks, when they got, well, effectively 2 goals down, they're down at 10 points. They didn't panic and just start rushing. They've had composure when they've had ball in hand. They've backed themselves to impact that contest. O'Sullivan's taken 2 intercept marks now. They go back to the middle. Malone for McDonald. Ronchi. Little show and go. The left footer from Calandra having a great game. Young board his opponent to ground as well. O'Sullivan kept his feet. Then he tripped over along with the Roos player there and Gabe Brown. Hand pass to Pax. There's no way he could kick it in front of his home crowd. There is no way, but it doesn't matter because Wilson stands up and takes the mark. Harrison Ronchi in the top 3 players, I think, in terms of influence on this game. And Wilson's got 3. They were all in the 3rd quarter. Dowd'll kick 4 in the 4th. Needs 2 more to have 200 career goals in the QAFL. We've seen a lot of snapped sack shots today. Wilson runs around, and he's got it. The home crowd are delighted. The Roos are back in front. It's all happening here at Neil Upton Oval, Jack.
Kudos to Harrison Ronchi. Just his ability to win that ball in the middle of the ground, drive his legs, leave the contest with speed, and then get the ball inside forward 50, put everyone under pressure. And in the end, it's Wilson, as I said, who's a big occasion player. We're really looking forward to seeing some of these boys in next week's finals.
I must admit, I've seen Ronchi play for a couple of years now. Normally runs around half back on the wing, but that burst of speed you've spoken about, I don't know if I've ever seen it before, and that clearance, it was almost, allowed to use a cross-promotional code here of a bit of rugby league show and go. He just showed the footy and then took off on his left.
Look where he sets himself up here at the soccer. He can just run straight through and get onto his left.
I tell you what, he's got good company at the moment in terms of Alex Sexton, and he's giving him a bit of a hug there and causing another stoppage. Not where the original centre clearance was. Brad McDonald and Malone. Malone way too strong. And then like a volleyballer, just spikes it away. But there's another left footer. Titan is forced to give a hand pass. William O'Dwyer is taken down by Gisu. And he's going to be caught. And he's going to be a ball up. I thought the umpire was going to call him holding the ball there, Jack.
Yeah, sometimes, but I think it was the right call.
McDonald smart used to out-body Malone. That wasn't great though. Sharks fighting for it, as are the Roos. It's Hahn. And Gall overran it, and he's kept juggling it, and it might work out. Does it sit for Castine? It does. He's got to be quick to release it. Knocked down in the tackle. Sharks not going to win a free kick, and then we're just going to have a stoppage.
Just to keep getting that ball going forward.
Yes. Territory all important. Although sides have definitely improved rebounding and transitioning to attack as the game has progressed.
The Roos have got the dangerous Thomas just sitting here ready to come back onto the ground.
It's Cam Simpson as well. He's under a number of disposals today. Made good decisions with ball in hand. The left footers you talk about, Jack. They're generally, maybe not always to be trusted, but they're generally better kicks. I find them right footers.
No, I agree. That's I reckon one of their secret weapons here at the Roos.
It opens up the ground a lot more. Look at that, Malone. Surely could have been a volleyballer if he wasn't his passion. I think the Sharks are going to turn this over. It might be the first lasso free kick we've had all day. Haven't seen it often at all. And it's good in good hands because it's Hunter Moore and he's hit as he kicked it, but that was okay. Malone caught at the ground level. In fact, it wasn't okay. Regardless of the free kick, it's gone to Castine and the Roos go inside forward 50. Wilson. Oh, what a mark! Was that Pabst? He came from nowhere. I've had my eyes on Wilson, and Pabst has almost just flown in, turned his body at the last moment to take an awesome mark.
Oh, gutsy mark. Crucial time of the game. He had to go. Wilson was held one out in the pack situation. He just launched himself back into the pack and took a strong mark 30 metres out directly in front.
I tell you what though, Jack, this is not going to be an easy kick even though it's directly in front. It is all... Apologies, it is all mud that Pabst will be walking through. He's directly in front, 25 out. He's got 3 today. His side leads by 4 points, and now they lead by 10 again. Hugo Pabst finishes the job. With all good forwards too, makes his opportunities when they present. Back out to that 10-point margin.
Well, I was doing a bit of research on him last night, the boy from Sebastopol, and his best haul of 36 goals. As I said, he's kicked 3 today to take that now to his best career in having 39 now, and certainly stood up today with his 4 goals, him and Wilson.
And actually, we're on Wilson watch for his 200th in the QAFL, which is a terrific achievement. So the trainer might have just been out to Paps as well to see how he was after that mark. McDonald and Murtagh. Thomas, great clearance at pace on his non-preferred up the half forward. Both original players lost their footing. Paps just whacked it forward. Bromwich will get there first. Simpson's chasing Callahan. Good long kick. After a 2-on-2, 2 Roos went up, 1 Shark player stayed down. It was Gisu. So unsurprising that he gets the crumbs. He's looking for Hamilman and Smythe. He almost wasn't facing the game, but had the fist almost in a premeditated spot, and the ball hit it and it went out over the boundary line.
Oh yeah, fantastic defensive work there. He's played a bit of footy in the Adelaide Footy League. Just got himself in front there, got his fist in front of the ball. Well defended.
From what I can gather this year, he's actually played a bit of Gaelic football in Ireland throughout the season as well. So he did have to come back through the twos, but well, even though Hamilman's had 7 shots on goal, I think he's probably won that battle so far. Even though knowing Matt Hamilman, how good he is and how quickly he could turn this game as we approach time on in the last quarter. He's playing in the goal square here with Smythe for company. Do you think maybe he can roll up to this contest and try and impact that way, or a quick hack kick forward in front position?
Well, he can turn anything. He's so quick thinking, so just you would be jittery, wouldn't you, when out in the square?
You would. You definitely would. Gisu, Cameron, Kick smothered.
Just the pressure. Look at it. Fantastic.
They've not stopped trying for lack of efforts. I'm going to have a ball up here, even though those players were appealing to the umpire for a free kick. And it's really been Maroochydore midfield, I feel. Their forward line's been clinical and super efficient, and their back six have more than done the job, but it's the midfield that's turned this contest around.
And it's been next gen. I mean, look, I know Ball's been fantastic, but it's been those younger blokes that we've spoken about have really lifted. And that's what you're looking for.
More Ben Thomas, there's been a couple of clearances over the stoppage there. Brad McDonald in the ruck, and then Ben Thomas, Bailey Hahn, and Harrison Ronchi will be all 23 and under.
Yep.
Having an influence, quite an important influence against one of the top 5 sides in the QAFL. Now the outer zone umpire here has called a free kick for a hold, and it's going to, they've got to be careful here. Players coming in.
You don't want to be missing the...
Oh, well, Max McDonald's doing what any good player does, and peels off the Sharks player off his brother Brad. Now we're going to have a 50-metre penalty to the Roos. It's going to be Brad McDonald.
It's been great since half-time.
Yeah. I really like his movement in the ruck. I don't think it's his natural position, but he's definitely been influential now. All the Roos half-forwards and mids are rolling into the space. They need to clear out for Wilson Paxton Young.
Yeah. Look at the movement, though, from him.
Oh, it's all happening. And Bromwich is almost trying to cover his opponent front. McDonald runs around, sends it long to the goal square, and in front, Young!
That was amazing. It looked like he took his player out, but held his own feet when he took the mark. I don't know if it was the same play, but that's what it looked like. Well, in the end of a strong mark.
Really good in right defensive path, but I don't really know what the Sharks players were doing there. McDonald was looking at his options. There was a lot of separation between the forwards. They might have been trying to block the run. And Young's just used his body really well and been impressed with both sets of key forwards in terms of how they read the ball in the air today and protected the drop zone. Kobe Young has come alive in this second half. He's got 1 goal, 2 today. He can give his side the biggest lead of the day. Time on in the last quarter. Kobe Young runs straight towards the goal and sends it straight through. Oh, and he loves the home crowd there. There's the young man. The Roos now lead by 16 points, 14-10, 94. The Sharks, 11-12, 78, 21 gone. Final turn here at Upton Oval. It's all looking a bit green and gold at the moment, Jack.
Well, just been overgain. Brad McDonald's kick inside forward 50. Just the movement of the forwards. They were running everywhere. There was plenty of options. He drove it long. It caused a bit of chaos in defence. Again, it looks like he took his player out, but then in saying that, he's ended up taking the mark. So it's interesting to see the replay if my eyes didn't deceive me. But you're right, 14 goals to 11.
And this half,
the
it's
lights
been
come on.
9 goals to 2. And the lights are on. I forgot my sun's on though. I feel like the weather hasn't changed at all in 3 hours. Miller, the all-important clearance. Smythe outpositions his opponent Hamilman so well. He's been great today as Adam Smythe. And pass almost thrown out by the Roos. Going forward, surging were the Sharks. The kick, I don't think it was an intentional shot on goal, was well left. So it goes out of bounds.
No, Miller's lifted. He knows this is when he starts to play some of his footy when the game's in the balance. He had 2 kicks there. Just hacked it forward into space. Hamilton couldn't make it.
Well, the Sharks can't afford to give another goal. The Roos only need 1 more to all but seal it here. There's time enough. The Sharks, they're good enough to kick 3 majors to seal this game. And they've got a chance inside their forward 50. Kisu tries to grab it out of the ruck off the ground. Malone, big man, too far down for him to reach. Look at the support here that the Roos have. Sullivan's got the drop here. He's got Jones for company. Jones does well to bring it to ground level. Chapman is going to move back in his half, and that's going to be one that's picked up and then walked out over the line. You're not going to get to Holbrook for that. But yeah, it is good pressure from the Roos, and it's been great since half time.
Yep, no, they can cause some damage this year, there's no question about it. They're riding up to their armpits.
Well, I know the last time they played Palm Beach, they were defeated by quite a large margin, but they were to get there. They would fancy their chances after the performance today. Ball slung, got a boot to it, and it is out of bounds on the full right in front of us here.
Yes, it was going to be a lot more, obviously a smaller deck down there if they were able to get up. not all over yet for RVP. One more roll of the dice.
Oh, Thomas defensive spoil. Now Ronchi's just come onto the field. Offerman's Ronchi, here he is running away. He gets the ball over the top. Wilson is the closest person to goal. It dribbles inside forward 50, couple of bounces. Paps can swoop on it, taps it to himself, tries the hand pass. Great tackle, affects the spoil, or affects the football. Paps is still on the ground as the Sharks clear for the moment. Offermans takes the mark in his chest. And he moves it very quickly to Miller. Miller wants to look corridor, and that's where he goes. Madden sliding down, hand pass to Brown. Kick was smothered. Kisu will end up with it. And where's Hamilman on the lead? He's the forward they're looking for. Goes back over his back and Smythe. I tell you what, Adam Smythe has played a cracking game today. I think at this stage, Jack, you can say he's the points over Hamilman and probably by a bit of a margin too.
Well, he's finished off well, hasn't he? His last quarter, he's just starting to get on top now. Again, I'm sure Hamilman would like a bit more quality of delivery for that one. But again, his one-on-one work has been outstanding.
Yeah, it's been on his head a bit.
Yep.
I think he's, like most forwards, likes it out on the lead as the Sharks go back inside forward 50, and there's a chance, but Hamilman had Smythe for company. Now he's got to fly against two. Brings it to ground. Someone's there to crumb it. And then that didn't go 15. So then the Rouge just kicked it to kicked it to space. McDonald, Brad's just come onto the ground. 3-on-2. Rouge have the numbers. Free kick for a hole. I'll tell you what, he's been influential in this second half is Brad McDonald. Quentin Moore's just trying to get back on the ground. As is the captain Gall. McDonald, ball in hand, goes to Fleming. Fleming, up the line.
Just needed to try and make that a contest there, McDonald. Just had to get a fist in there, just bring it to ground.
So what, Malone doesn't have many places he can go. Switch kick needed to be good, and it was. It's Madden. He's going to get run down, is he? No, he got his kick away. Murtaugh flying in from the side. Good mark. That's a really good mark.
Might be one of his first marks in the second half. He's still had a great game. He's played really well. The first half was outstanding. Just hasn't had the delivery, but that was another strong contested mark. Must have taken 7 or 8 today.
He's kicked 3. He hasn't hit the goal since the opening minute of the second term. Number 98. Bring the margin back to within a 2-goal game. That's a good kick from the left footer. It is online and it is home. And this game is not over. The Sharks get the margin back to 10 points. 26.5 gone, final term.
Yeah, it's been a good inclusion, Murtaugh, today. He's been strong. He says his marking around the ground has been outstanding. Hasn't has much of the opportunity in the second half, but again, another strong mark and another strong goal. 4 goals for the day is an outstanding performance.
And that was a great kick. That was almost one of the best part of 60 metres.
Yep, it's been a great second. He's done some ruck work as well around the ground. And we've got Gall in there, we've got Hahn, we've got Ronchi.
So 4 goals to 3 in this final term, going away the Roos. So I reckon 27, we've got a couple of minutes at least, as I said. Time enough for the Sharks if they're good enough. At the half forward go the Roos. Kay Brown battling Chapman. Chapman spills it. Plays it out towards the boundary line, and the Roos do well. Good individual effort by Kay Brown. The stoppage is good. They reset. Here's Madden. For the Sharks, what I'm probably looking for. Jessen. Ronchi. Half forward. McDonald out to meet it. There we are. Brown. Cameron with a lot of separation on his opponent. A good mark running back overhead. Hamilman, the kick's out in his path, but Saunders might have been Fleming coming across to affect the spoil. Roos are going to try and go out by hands. Not a good hand pass. It's turned over. Good pressure though. Dighton, great attack on the football, drives the legs. Max McDonald running by. They need to get it on the boot. Maroochydore, they'll be hunted down. Chapman, good second half. He's actually played a good game all round today. I feel like he's got back.
Yeah, he's had an outstanding season as a small defender.
Anderson. Moore's going to come and take that one. Too easy for him.
That's his bread and butter, isn't it?
He always takes the ball at his highest point. And he's got quite a big jump as well. A bit of waste, a bit of time out to Simpson. The Rouge need to get numbers down the line. Probably try and get this footy out of ground to ground level. Sharks need a rebound. They almost need an intercept mark. Although Dwyer, the footy is backed up. Offermans has come off the bench straight into this clearance. 29 minutes gone, final term here. Rouge by 10 points, and he gets fourth spot. McDonald, Horsfield, and he's kicked it out of bounds on the floor. And there's that pressure you've spoken about, Jack. Rouge collectively as a unit have been great with that since half time. So it's Dighton. Have to go close to being in the best today. Mind you, I reckon there's probably around 8 or 10 you can list for the Rouge. Up to a pack. Jones brings it to ground level. Madden, and passed over the top, didn't work. Don't know how Thomas got that to his foot, but he did. There's a turnover. Miller. Quickly to Pell. Oh, what a smother by Ronchi. Works out to Dighton. The left footers working together. And that's a bad kick. That's a turnover. Dangerous part of the ground. Anderson to Madden. 60 from goal. And he's got a player out in a paddock. And is it Hamilman? No, it's not. Can't see a number. But it's a chance for the Sharks. He's gone back very quickly and wasted no time.
Let's play Cameron.
He needs to make sure it's a goal. Cameron from 45 out. The kick is across the face. And it's behind. So the margin's 9 points. Nearly 31 minutes gone. I reckon we must have less than 2 minutes to go, Jack. Judging by the way Cameron went back and had that shot. Moore has a bounce. And now he has another one. Very interesting decision considering how the field's played today. Long kick. A lot of players around this football. Brad McDonald could spoil them alone. Ball staying alive. Pell. Little grubber kick might work. Thomas gets there first. Gets it to Hahn. And he's kicked it up to space. So Paps got to time his jump. And he does it very, very well. He's got players corridor. But he's told to slow it down by his teammates, which is a wise decision to do. Then he'll just send it long. Malone's the spare player here for the Sharks. And he gets an uncontested jump on it. And takes the mark, and there's the siren! So Maroochydore come from 5 goals down, 32 points. It was at one stage. Just to secure an outstanding 9-point victory in 4th spot. It's a 9-goal to 3 second half, spearheaded by Aaron Wilson. And points all round to the Rouge players. Listing names like Wilson and Paps kicked a lot of the goals. Harris and Ronchi, I thought, was probably best on ground in the end. Adam Smythe, the winner in the duel against Hamilman. Hunter Dighton just continues to impress week after week, and maybe the effort of the Rouge across 4 quarters was reflected in Brad Castine's performance for the Sharks. Murta 4 was really good. Offerman didn't stop trying all day. And then Malone as well, quite influential in the ruck. But just ultimately neither side really had a full quarter performance. But Maroochydore just stronger in the second half and made it count on the scoreboard game.
Yeah, no, a great game. Well done to Maroochydore. Both teams put a good display on. I think Brad will be a little bit disappointed at the end that he couldn't quite get there, but again, the experienced final myself back up again next week. But well done, Maroochydore. I said earlier in the year, they went down when I was down at Victoria Point, but there's a lot to like about them. I thought they looked in a really, really good space, and again, that hasn't taken away my thoughts when I've seen them play live again here today. They've been absolutely fantastic. I like who you talked about. I thought Paul was outstanding in that third term. We talked about Aaron Wilson and Hugo Pass up forward, kicking forward piece. That was fantastic. But Harrison Monchi and the young Dighton, the left footers, they look like the future looking really, really right along with the Alberton and Thompson.
Well, it's such a mature win for the Roos as well, and years gone by, I see them get to stages like that in the third quarter, and they just get blown away.
And you're not seeing any silly stuff. You're not seeing people getting involved in scuffles and stuff like that. I thought they played brave. They took the game on. I think they're playing with a bit of freedom. It's going to be a big tougher week next week on a smaller deck down at Palm Beach. But again, we've got some good footballers there, and I think they're going to be better for the run.
So they will finish fourth now. Redland-Victoria Point, as a result, will finish fifth and host Noosa in an elimination final next week. We'll just get confirmation on that player HQ. They're quickly on the phone. Yes, Palm Beach have finished first on the ladder this year, the TPIL Lawyers Couple Premiership season, so congratulations to them. And Surfers Paradise knocking off Morningside by a point. So they get to do it all again next week. Maroochydore have the longest trip for them, travelling down the Bruce Highway all the way to Palm Beach, Columban. They can enjoy the spoils tonight and congratulate themselves on finishing in fourth spot. It's always want to give yourself the best chance at finals, and getting a double chance goes some way to securing or doing that. Goal kickers very quickly for the home side for each. Hugo Pats and Aaron Wilson to kick 3 in this third term to get his side back into the contest. 2 to Kobe Young, singles to Bailey Hine, Cameron Simpson, Brad Castine, Fletcher Gabriel. And then for Redland-Victoria Point, Patrick Nurzak had 4 to Raphael Gussid. Probably a goal of the day, a good strike from 60 metres. That bounced home. Joshua Brown had 2 singles to Matt Hammerman, Tyler Horsfield, Matthew Hamilton and Miles Callahan. Jack, it's been wonderful to have you. This has been a sensational game of QAFL footy. Thanks for driving up the Bruce. Always good to call games with you, and well done to Maroochydore finishing fourth.
Yeah, great call, mate. Well done. I know you've been under the weather a little bit, but you've come in with a broken finger and a husky voice, but you've delivered outstandingly. Well done, mate.
So thanks to our production partners in Double Take Sports. Thanks everyone for tuning in.